This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets. Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Pregame Show. Sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars. We're just moments away from kickoff. But first, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
It is a dark night deep in the heart of Texas, in Waco, Texas, inside McLean Stadium, home of the Baylor Bears. We are just 45 minutes away from the 5A Division II area round playoff between Huntsville Hornets and the Terrell Tigers. Well, we're here to just help you with that. Obviously, I'm not Carlos Zimmermann. Hello, everyone. I'm calling you. Alongside me is Nick Savage, getting you ready for tonight's matchup on the Charlie's Used Cars pre-game show. Nick, glad to call this game with you. A kind of an interesting matchup. There's a lot of unknown, I feel like. We talked a lot about this before, but now we get to tell the people exactly what we mean. But it should be an exciting game tonight.
Absolutely, and like you said, we talked a lot about it pre-game. Just two teams that are kind of trying to do the same thing, but in completely different ways. Terrell's going to run the wing T, so any given moment, or every play, I should say, you're going to have about 5 guys who could carry the ball out of the backfield, a sweep, a pitch, a straight handoff, a fullback dive. The quarterback can keep it, and then you got to keep in mind the play action pass, because that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to set up the run. Then once Huntsville gets lulled into that, they're going to hit a play action pass, and it can be pretty explosive. On the other side, your Hornets, spread offense, they're going to run it a lot with Trayshawn Brown coming in with over 1,200 yards rushing, 17 on the ground. We know Zay Adolph can run it. The sophomore quarterback got some weapons on the outside as well. So just two different looks, and it's going to be interesting to see how these two match up. Terrell's defense looks statistically pretty good. I'm sure we'll talk about it in just a bit, but the schedule may be a factor into that, but we'll have to see as we get going here on a cool night here in Waco.
Absolutely. We'll get more into the intangibles of this matchup later. Of course, we got the Charlie's Used Cars Hornet Insider coming up next in about a couple minutes with head coach Todd Mavis. But I kind of just want to point out something real quick. Why you're playing inside of a Big 12 stadium?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Home of the Baylor Bears, opened in 2014. This field has seen quite a lot of history in its short life, but it's gotta. I don't know if it kind of feels like intimidating at first for high school players, but once the whistle blows and the clock rolls, it doesn't matter anymore where you're playing, because you're still playing high school football.
Absolutely, and we were here early enough to see the teams, come off the bus and come out onto the field for the first time, and they all have their phones out, taking videos and pictures and stuff to remember it, and it's just such a cool moment. These kids practice going all the way back to the summertime, right, and they put in those 2-a-days to work for this, right, to work for something like this area-round matchup. You're getting to play in a Power 4 college football stadium on a Friday night like it's football weather, at least in Texas. It doesn't get much better than this. So, like you mentioned, they took the time to soak it in, but I think once the pads go on and they're doing what they're doing right now, warming up, it's go time for these two.
Once again, that's Nick Savage. I'm calling you, both filling in for Carlos Zimmermann and Brian Adams. Justin Hardcastle on the dials over there producing the board, and Michael Cedelo back at the KSAM Studios board operating. Coming up next, Carlos Zimmermann and our good friend from the Huntsville Item, Colton Foster, sat down with head coach Todd Mavis to talk about this upcoming game between the Huntsville Hornets and the Terrell Tigers. And folks, live here at McLean Stadium, like I said, we're in for a tremendous football game. But don't go away, folks. We'll continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show after this.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. Fall is upon us, and with that comes cooler weather and great deals on quality pre-owned vehicles. Charlie's Used Cars has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even have a few golf carts. We are a family-owned business serving the vehicle needs of this community since 1973. Come by 230 I-45 South in Huntsville and see why we have been voted best in Huntsville numerous times as the best place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle. And don't forget, we also have a service center if your current vehicle needs service, maintenance, or repairs. Charlie's Used Cars and Service Center, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Come see us.
Time for the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mavis. Brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars.
just a matchup in the area round against a undefeated Terrell team. Just kind of what are you looking forward to in McLean Stadium on Friday?
I mean, yeah, they're I think one of the most explosive offenses in the state of Texas. I mean, you can see that by what you watch out on film, and certainly statistically they are. Yeah, I mean, they've been hard to handle for a lot of people, all year long. I mean, they average, I think, 56.4 points a game and nearly rushing for 400 yards a game. So, yeah, I mean, it's not only necessarily, what they do is always difficult to stop, but, who they're doing it with and how they do it, I mean, everybody does their own different version, but how they do it is certainly puts a stress on defenses.
How have the guys just been responding in practice after the win over Marshall and in preparation for this matchup in the area round?
I mean, I think they've had a good week of practice. I mean, it's been slower than normal just because, I mean, it's something different that the defense is seeing. At the same time, I mean, we have to train our offense to be able to do something completely different, and other people run their own version of the spread or power spread or whatever the semantical name is for it, but I mean, this is something that's completely different. I mean, the quarterback's under center 99% of the time, and there are some principles, things that they do that our offense does, but again, how they do it and trying to simulate it has been very difficult naturally. So I think our players understand. I mean, they're in their 12th varsity game that, the speed and efficiency of what they're going to see on Friday is going to be different than what it's been on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, just like any other game, I mean, you got to be able to adjust.
You talk about the high-powered offense they have. What do you want to just kind of see from the defense to help slow that? Just kind of like similar to how y'all did with Marshall, holding them to 7 points there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just making some critical tackles. I thought, I don't know if I said it after the game on Friday, but I told our players on Saturday after watching it that, we made some tackles for 5, 6, 7 yards, which was a great offensive play for Marshall. But then we were able to back it up with a tackle at the line of scrimmage, another tackle for a loss, which put them in a longer yardage situation. We were able to stop them on 4th down several times, and that really helped. So, I mean, Marshall doesn't average what they average offensively and all their great statistical numbers for a reason. They're really good at what they do. I mean, we've got to minimize, their explosive plays and sometimes be able to make those tackles for 5 or 6 yards and then kind of regroup and, do our best to not have that be of consistent nature, because that's going to be a painful night, So, it just we got to tackle well, and you got to have great eye discipline whenever you're facing a team like this.
Talking from your defense and then now looking at Terrell's defense, some things they do well that could present challenges for Zay and the offense.
I mean, I think they're real physical. You can certainly see. I mean, that's kind of the bread and butter of their team. They win the battle up front, offensively, and then they do a great job of winning the battle up front, defensively. They're very talented in the secondary. I mean, they've got some really, really good team speed. I mean, we've played some fast teams before. I'm not so sure that they may not have the greatest team speed of anybody we've played, So, you just gotta stick with it. I mean, I think our offense has done a good job of being versatile throughout the games that we've played, especially recently, of continuing to stick with what we do and then working to find what are some things that we can put a defense in conflict on. So hopefully we're able to do the same.
It didn't feel like Trayshawn had kind of a Trayshawn game against Marshall. Obviously they probably were trying to take him out. So what do you kind of want to see from him, to bounce back against Terrell, but really just as an offense to kind of be able to move the ball there in the first half as well?
I mean, I thought Marshall did a good job against Trayshawn, I mean, Trayshawn just got to keep being Trayshawn. I mean, he doesn't need to change anything. Just, I mean, if you look at it, they took away Trayshawn, and Zay had a massive night on the ground, so it's nice to be able to have, a couple, backs, and especially a quarterback that can make plays with his feet, and Zay did that the other night and was, massive help for our football team. So, we're still going to get the ball to Trayshawn and trust him and trust our guys up front to do a job. And, Trayshawn will run through some things and hopefully he'll make somebody miss and be able to gain some of the hard yards. And, if there is a crease there, he's going to find it. And hopefully that, turns into an explosive play like we've seen all year. So it's just about just being consistency. We got to know who we are and continue to be who we are and, take what the defense gives us.
The guys up front, up against the Terrell offensive line that didn't give up a sack in the regular season, just how do you preach to them to stay within themselves and be able to get pressure in the backfield?
They've got a huge challenge because I would say, I've faced some wing T offenses in the past, and, it's been many years since I've done it, so I'm having to kind of go back to, relearn what their principles are and, for their offense and so on and so forth. But one thing, when you watch film on them, and from what I remember, they really throw the ball vertically as much as any wing T team that I can recall, and they've got threats on the outside that can stretch the field. So from a defensive line perspective, there's a lot of stuff happening in a very short period of time. You can't ever find the ball, at least in a shotgun offense. Like, you see the ball has to travel back there, so they've already started to move and get their shade or something, and then they can see it, when it's under center and the quarterback takes a snap and he's literally turning around and his back is to the defense now, they're not going to be able to see the ball. And so being able to try to be reactive to what is a, run or pass key up front to be able to get into any type of pass rush, can be sometimes difficult to do, which is a credit of them running their offense, efficiently. The other thing is that it can sometimes limit your ability to call specific blitzes or something, in down and distance situations and scenarios where, you could compromise, fit, from somebody because you can call a defense that gets you out of what they're about to do. So, it's difficult. So, not only do they have a great offensive line, but, they're extremely well coached, but there's a lot of things that are compromising to a front seven defense about, are they running it or are they throwing it? A lot of their stuff is play action. So, it's just different.
There's just a handful of seniors that were able to play at NRG a couple years ago. So what's it like to be able to get this team into a bigger stadium, that they could be playing at the next level?
Yeah, I think it's cool. A venue's not everything. We played in some really good stadiums this year. This one is a great experience for all of our players, not only our seniors, but, even our underclassmen. We moved up, quite a few people off the freshman team and JV team, and, I think it kind of opens their eyes to, not only what's available for them at the next level, but, the fact that, you get to have experiences and play in places like this when you get to this time of the year. So, it's special for everybody involved.
This has been the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mavis, sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars on 101.7 KSAM, your hometown station.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. Fall is upon us, and with that comes cooler weather and great deals on quality pre-owned vehicles. Charlie's Used Cars has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even have a few golf carts. We are a family-owned business serving the vehicle needs of this community since 1973. Come by 230 I-45 South in Huntsville and see why we have been voted best in Huntsville numerous times as the best place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle. And don't forget, we also have a service center if your current vehicle needs service, maintenance, or repairs. Charlie's Used Cars and Service Center, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Come see us.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
We welcome you back inside the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage. Nick, a lot of stuff being said there by head coach Todd Mavis. I mean, you can call it cliches all you want. I think it's very simple tonight. It's going to be about being the more physical of the two who could come out with the win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be a tough challenge because, again, Terrell 11-0. They run that wing T, and you got to pride yourself on being the more physical team when you're running that offense. Nasty offensive line, like you heard Carlos talk about in that pregame interview, and Coach Mavis mentioned it as well. But, yeah, they're going to have to step up to the challenge. It's kind of a challenger manhood type thing. So we'll see if you know, the defensive line, who we talked about pregame for the Huntsville Hornets, can step up to the challenge. You know, Jerry Singletary, Fred Oladele, like that. Those are guys I'm watching on the edge. Can they get the pressure, and can they really pride themselves in run stopping, right? They're going to have to really, you know, get their face mask dirty, get the jerseys dirty to slow down that rushing attack of the Terrell Tiger offense.
So we're looking at Terrell, you know, 11-0, like you said, but man, that offense, they have scored 70 points on 4 different occasions. Last time out was their last game, 72-14 victory over Seagoville in Dallas, Texas, at home in Terrell Stadium, Terrell Memorial Stadium, excuse me, in the Bay District. We kind of talked about it a little bit, though. You made an interesting note about their schedule. I mean, this is high school football. Of course, anything can happen, but I kind of want you to, you know, kind of talked a little bit about what you saw in their schedule.
Yeah, so you know, it's high school football, like you mentioned. You can get an easier schedule just based on where you're located and whatnot. This is no way me knocking Terrell. Like they're 11-0. Like they earned that. They're a really good football team. But if you look at the opponent schedules, or records, I should say, throughout their entire schedule, regular season records, 41-59 overall combined. So losing record there. They played 3 teams with a winning record overall on the season. So again, they handled business every single one of those games, won pretty convincingly. There's a few close games in there, but you're going to play those type of games throughout your season. But you know, the caliber of competition is what I'm curious about. And you know, Hornets, if you're just looking strictly at the record, you'd say, well, you know, Huntsville's got a tall task here tonight. Terrell's 11-0, Huntsville's 7-4, so they're clearly the underdog. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. Huntsville's played major programs this season, like P&G, like they got to play them every year. Played some big-time programs out of District 2, so they've been tested. I think Huntsville, judging from what I've seen, is ready for this test, and it'll be a fun ball game tonight for sure.
I think it's going to be a little great head coaching battle as well between
head
coach Todd Mavis of Huntsville and head coach Marvin Sadberry Jr., who was appointed back in 2019 as the head coach of Terrell, and he has done a fantastic job leading that program. Right now, number 5 in 5A. I mean, it's going to be a really good game, that's for sure. A football game that is going to be filled with a whole bunch of, you know, how well are they all going to execute in all phases of the game. But I will say that head coaching battle is going to be something I'm going to keep an eye on, because in the playoffs like this, coaching decisions are an even bigger factor. One fatal mistake and your season is most likely done, probably even sometimes before you even step foot on the gridiron. We continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Coming up next, we'll get to our keys to victory. That's usually Brian Adams, but me and Nick will guide you on that. Coming up next on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
In times of loss, there's comfort knowing you're not alone. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, we understand the deep emotions you're feeling, and we're here to provide compassionate care, guiding you through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you create a meaningful tribute, a place for remembrance, and ongoing support for your healing journey. Caring for our community one family at a time. Visit us at heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, baked potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon. As always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
Thanksgiving. During the holiday season and all year long, Mid-South Fiber is thankful to serve their local community. Keeping homes and businesses connected to what matters most has always been their intention and priority. Whether you're streaming the Thanksgiving Day Parade with family and friends or preparing end-of-the-year financial reports online, Mid-South Fiber Internet is grateful for the trust you have put in them to keep you safe and connected. Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville. Come in and get a 1500 double cab starting at only $34,934. Or a Buick Encore GX starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got a 24 GMC Hummer, take $22,000 off the MSRP. But you need to hurry in to Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
Looking for that fresh fade or clean cut that turns heads? Come to Versatile Hair Studio 2, Huntsville's premier barbershop for men and women. Our professional barbers take the time to know your style, so you always leave looking and feeling your best. They specialize in fades, hot towel razor shaves with a steamer, shear work, neck shaves, eyebrow trims, black masks, and edge-ups. Everything you need to stay sharp. Next to Grand Buffet, call 936-439-4064. Versatile Hair Studio 2, where your look gets the attention it deserves.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The future of home comfort is here. The Carrier Infinity system delivers premium home heating and cooling with low energy costs. Call 936-295-9173 today and ask me what you can do to better your home comfort and take advantage of lower utility bills. Carrier, turn to the experts. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number TACLA 26079C. Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. 936-295-9173.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on KSAM.
Welcome back to the Charlie's Used Cars pre-game show. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage getting you ready for the area round in Texas High School Football 5A Division II between the Hornets and the Terrell Tigers. Nick, before we still got a long ways away, but let's go ahead and tackle our keys to victory. I got a couple, but I would like to hear what you got.
Yeah, absolutely. First things first. Terrell's gonna, again, running the wing tee. Possession is a big thing for them. They're not gonna hurry up and get to the line and snap the ball as quick as they can. So possessions might be limited for Huntsville tonight. So you got to make the most of every possession. Can't turn the ball over. That's a key going into every game, right? Limit the turnovers, but you want to make the most of every possession. Try to get points because you might be limited to, who knows, 7, 8, 9 possessions in this one. Getting ahead early in front of a wing tee offense, that makes it really tough for them to come back because, again, they are a run-first offense. They do have that vertical threat, but if they're in obvious passing situations, that's going to allow this Huntsville defensive line to tee off and let that secondary, do their thing on the back end. But if you can get ahead early and put them in a spot where they have to be passing the ball probably sooner than they want, then you're in a good spot. Another way to get ahead early, you get an early takeaway, maybe force a fumble, or if they try to, take an early shot and you get an interception, turn it into points. Again, that's a way to get ahead early, get up a couple scores, couple possessions, and you're in the driver's seat against a wing tee offense like this. More, I guess, fundamentally here, getting them behind the chains, tackles for loss. They're going to run the ball first, second down, get them in 3rd and 12s. Again, obvious passing situations. So if you can get them in that spot, you'll be good. And again, if it's the playoffs, man, you got to get out to a fast start, play with the energy, play with the physicality we already talked about, be the more physical team, and get these guys who haven't lost a game, maybe make them face a little adversity, and we'll see what happens from there.
You mentioned the defense a little bit, and that's kind of where my eye is on tonight. I think that defense it has been kind of a talking point a little bit, especially before the Dayton game. But that Dayton game back a few months ago is what the Huntsville Hornets needed to get going and get started on, on this winning streak that they're currently on that propelled them to the postseason and what is carrying momentum for them into the postseason. So I think while they're not going to expect pass a lot, really, but you should always be wary of anything. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
But, man, if they can, like what head coach Todd Mavis said in the Charlie's Used Cars Hornet Insider, if they can get the tackling down, it could be a long night for Terrell, but it's a wait and see at this moment. We continue on. We'll take a look at the high school scoreboard and get you ready for the Nelson Propane Countdown to kick off next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. It can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practice is focused on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets!
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The first cold front is here, and although it's not cool enough for you to need your heater, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get your heater ready for winter. Call 936-295-9173 today and set up your planned maintenance heater inspection. And while the technician is there, ask about our UV lights for better indoor air quality or upgrading to a programmable thermostat to help with utility savings. Heater checks, air quality, and utility savings. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 26079C.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth at McLean Stadium, home of the Baylor Bears. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage. Let's go ahead and take a look at the high school scoreboard real quick. We kind of know one important one, because the winner of this matchup will take on South Oak Cliff after they took down Mount Pleasant. What other scores interest you around Texas 5A Division II?
Yeah, just looking up and down the bracket, like you mentioned, winner of this one gets Sauk. It'll be a rematch opportunity. If Huntsville gets there, knocked them out of the playoffs last year, and I was on that call, so I'm not sure too many people are glad to hear my voice again. It might be bad luck.
Oh,
so
come on.
if it happens,
I think you're short-selling yourself a little bit.
But, yeah, P&G, obviously district rival at the bottom of this bracket, taking on Ennis. That's going to be a fun one to keep an eye on. Richmond Randall, state championship pick for quite a few people, taking on Conley at the top right of the bracket. I'm coming from District 10 in 5A Division 2. Rudder Rangers are my typical school. I got to see Waco U, a lot of athletes on that team, so I'll be keeping an eye on that one as well. They take on Bastrop tonight. And at the bottom of the bracket, I'll go with nothing really there interests me.
You'll see you got Liberty. You got Brenham, a district member, taking on Liberty Hill.
There's another one.
Pflugerville and Iowa Colony. Bernie and Sherry Pioneer. Gregory Portland, Sharyland, and then Mission Vets, Victoria West, and Mercedes taking on Alamo Heights. Lots of very dominant victories, to say the least. But you know, chaos and order balance out every now and then. We've seen a lot of close games, a lot of upsets, not just in 5A Division 2, but all around Texas high school football.
Y'all saw an upset last week. The Hornets knocking off Marshall on their home turf, right?
Yeah, I mean, 21-7 victory over Marshall. I mean, Marshall's a heck of a drive. You're almost basically in Louisiana at that point when you're going all the way up there in that part of Texas. No disrespect, by the way, to Marshall. They are still in Texas, but it's just it's an expression.
It's a trek.
It is a bit of a trek, but you know, to go all the way out there and get the victory. Now you meet on a neutral field, kind of an even distance drive for both sides. Terrell, of course, coming all the way up from the east side of Dallas, Fort Worth metropolitan, maybe about 20-25 minutes outside of it, not too far away from the likes of Tyler and all those sort of places. And in Huntsville, of course, y'all know where it is, up 45 and about an hour or so out north of the Houston metro area. But that's your high school scoreboard. And guess what, folks? We are inching much closer to a kick off. You all know what comes up next. It's the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff, where we give you the game time weather report. We'll set the scene once again for y'all, give y'all your starting lineups, and much more talk on this game. The Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff comes your way next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Don't go away, folks. It is just around the corner, and I mean kickoff. That is. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already time to start planning for the holidays? We are getting fresh shipments of beautiful fall flowers daily and have started planning on holiday parties and events. If you have an upcoming holiday occasion that needs flowers or just a simple just because arrangement, give us a call today. Don't wait. You can always reach us at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or our website at HuntsvilleHartfieldFlorist.com. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. This fall and always, remember Hartfields, personalizing your events since 1957.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practice is focused on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
In times of loss, there's comfort knowing you're not alone. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, we understand the deep emotions you're feeling, and we're here to provide compassionate care, guiding you through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you create a meaningful tribute, a place for remembrance, and ongoing support for your healing journey. Caring for our community one family at a time. Visit us at heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Ready for a new ride? Then head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville and take advantage of huge savings during their year-end sales event. That's right, all remaining 24 models in stock have got to go, including everything from the rugged 2024 Ford F-Series trucks to the spacious 2024 Ford SUVs. Hurry in for the best selection and a no-bull deal today. Bill Fink Ford, straight talk, great deals. Shop online 24/7 at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
This is the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff.
Welcome back, folks. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage. The Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff begins now here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, wherever you may be tuning in on the KSAM 101.7 FM signal or on the KSAM mobile app. If you haven't already, be sure you download that while you have the chance. If you're going somewhere, of course, we don't we don't want you watching on YouTube, of course, or anything like that. But speaking of YouTube, folks, if you are wondering, there is no video broadcast. We don't have the rights to it. It is an audio-only broadcast due to video rights. So just to go ahead and put that out there. And, hey, listen, while you're on YouTube, be sure you subscribe if you haven't already to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel. All right, let's take a look at the game time weather forecast brought to you by Nelson Propane. It is a cool night here, 69 degrees in Waco, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. Not a cloud in the sky. It looks like it is a clear night. It is, like you said earlier, Nick, just perfect.
It's Texas football weather, baby.
Texas high school football weather. I mean, it's just nice to know, like, hey, the weather is not going to be a factor here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, honestly, if you're a Huntsville, I don't think you would be too upset with it, just because as much as they run the football, you'd hope for a fumble or two maybe. But no, it doesn't get much better than this. And I mean, in a college football stadium, this is a blast, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, I just say I'm kind of curious though, because you heard Mavis talk a little bit about, like, hey, it's the venue doesn't really matter that much, but deep down for the kids out there on the field, they know, like, hey, this is something new. You're in a Big 12 stadium that has seen a lot of history in its short life.
Yep.
But hey, like I said though, once that whistle blows and it's kicked off, the football, it's all about what happens in between the hashes and on the gridiron. Once again though, we're here in McLean Stadium. It's my first time here. I don't know if you've ever been.
Same here. Yeah.
Really?
But,
okay.
I mean, some of these kids are going to play college football, right? Like, you know, a few Hornets committed to play North Texas, Sam Houston, so they're going to get to experience environments like this. Terrell's got a cornerback who's committed to Texas Tech, so Big 12 partner. He's going to play here in his college career. So just what an opportunity for these guys and all the guys that maybe start out Division II and can end up working their way up to Division I and Power 4 football. It's just a really cool opportunity for these kids. But right now, like you said, about 8 minutes till kickoff, you don't want to be thinking about the venue. You're thinking about winning a football game.
Yeah, of course. This is a game like, hey, it's a win or go home. But just real quick, no, it is a quite an interesting venue. There's really not that much difference of a travel that both teams had to make. It was really an easy travel for me and Justin Hardcastle, our on-site producer tonight, you know, coming here to Waco, Texas. And Terrell, I imagine it's not that bad. I'm sure they took 45 to get here or some other, or not 45, 35 to get here in some other route or that I may not be thinking of. But distance-wise, it's pretty even, so I don't think travel is going to be really that much of an excuse tonight.
No, not at all. And already a good crowd over on the Huntsville sideline. Underneath us, the Terrell crowd traveled pretty well as well. The bands are here, so it's going to make for a good environment and an intense game here between your Hornets and the Tigers.
We continue on the Nelson Propane countdown to kickoff. Coming up next, it is your starting lineups. Of course, we don't have Terrell's starting lineup, but we do have Huntsville's starting lineup. You may have heard the names already, but we're all, of course, going to give it to you, of course, you know, as always. We'll continue on after this on the Nelson Propane countdown to kickoff, right after this.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
The hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
Number 5, Terrell just made their entrance here through the smoke screen of the Terrell Tigers tunnel. The Huntsville Hornets are about to make their entrance as we continue on the Nelson Propane countdown to kickoff. Let's go ahead and give you your starting lineups first for your Huntsville Hornets as they make their entrance here inside McLean Stadium. home of the Big 12 Baylor Bears. Let's give you your starting lineups first. On the defensive side of the ball, very familiar names. This is the side of the ball, though, that is going to be very important tonight against a Tiger offense that really loves to run the ball. Victor Olawade, Isaiah Lewis, and Fred Oladele line up on the front. It's, of course, a 3-4 look for the Huntsville Hornets. So you have 4 linebackers, Jabari Washington, Jeremiah Peterson, Sam Cleveland, and Caleb Franklin. And looking at the secondary, Trey Scott III, Caden Mavis, Brent Carroll, and David Brown. That side of the football we already been talking about, like I already said, though, is going to be very important tonight here, Nick.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, physicality is going to get challenged early and often. Can the defensive line respond? And, hey, even on the offensive side, like, if you're Huntsville, you got to take that personal. These guys on the other side think, hey, we're the better offensive line here. No, you're not. You got to go out and prove that you're the more physical offensive line and accept that challenge.
On the offensive side, of course, let's talk about front left tackle Trey Williams, the Sam Houston commit. Left guard Caleb Cruz, center Bubba Moreno, right guard Ian Johnson, Eli Cruz at right tackle, but we not see him. And we'll pause for a moment for our country's national anthem, and then we'll continue on with the starting lineups.
From the Terrell Tiger High School Marching Band.
A beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem by the Huntsville Hornet Marching Band. Continue on real quick. The starting lineup to your wide receivers, of course, DJ Rogers, Marcus Lewis, Landon Fisher, and KJ Betts. Tight end, Jarius Singletary lining up in the backfield, of course, with our quarterback is Trayshawn Brown and quarterback Zay Adolph. We continue on, and we'll wrap things up coming up after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
This has been the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. Stay tuned. Hornet football is next on KSAM.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
We're primed and ready. All day, baby. Yeah, let's go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. When it matters the most. Let's start something special right here, man. Let's go. We get a chance to prove ourselves right here. Come alive. Go get one down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The following is a Hornet Nation broadcast network powered by KSAM Sports Broadcast. It's Friday night in Hornets country. This is Huntsville Hornets High School football. Proudly brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars, Heritage Oak Funeral Home, Amaya's Collision, Diana K. Barnes State Farm, Northside Baptist Church, AB Squared Self-Storage, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Moak and Moak Attorneys at Law, MRC Creekside, Hartfield Florist, Nelson Amaya's Collision, University Heights Baptist Church, Advantage Specialties, Wiesner of Huntsville, Avila's Luxury Barbershop, Bill Fick Ford, Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning, Danny Doherty State Farm, Huntsville Independent School District, McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Mid-South Fiber Internet, Reliable Auto Parts, The Woodlands Financial Group, and Walker County Federal Credit Union. Now, from the Frank's Cafe and Taco Station broadcast booth, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
Home of the 6-time Southwestern Conference champions and 3-time Big 12 champions. We're here live at McLean Stadium for some Huntsville Hornet high school football presented by WA Air Conditioning as they take on the Terrell Tigers. Kale Kulik kicks it off, and we're underway. It's a pooch kick that bounces at the 20. It rolls, picked up by Ashley. Julian Ashley, they're tackled behind the 15-yard line, and that is where the Terrell Tigers will start as Huntsville Hornets won the toss, elected to defer, and here we go as the Terrell Tigers' explosive offense takes the field against a Huntsville Hornet defense that looks to continue momentum here, Nick.
Again, wing T offense coming out for the Tigers. They're going to run the ball at any given play. About 5 guys could be carrying the ball, whether it's a sweep, a pitch, a dive up the middle. So defensive line is going to get tested. This offensive line is experienced and impressive. We'll see if the Hornets can rise to the occasion here.
Marvin Sadberry Jr., the head coach for Terrell, is talking to one of the officials. Don't know exactly what it was about. It was a nice Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff, little pooch kickoff by Caleb Kulak. And just look at where they're starting at Terrell's offense. At their own 14-yard line, they're going to have to go darn near the near length of the field to begin this one.
Yeah, Lester Davis came in and made the tackle on the kickoff coverage, so excellent job by them. I wonder if Coach for Terrell is arguing maybe a fair catch signal or something, but
maybe an
short
offsides
conversation, yeah, but here comes the Tigers offense.
Tigers offense, of course, led by quarterback Nolan Hill in his junior year. They line up with 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield is Roderick Hamburg Jr. 1 tight end in. The umpire says they're all ready to go. Hill lines up under center. Roderick behind him. He hands it off, and he's swallowed up at the 15. Making the tackle for the Hornets is Kentrey Cooper, the junior defensive back. A good start for the defense, only a gain of 2.
Yeah, there you go. Good way to get in there early and limit them to a short gain on first down there. And again, you want to set them up in 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, where they might have to throw the football. Wing T offenses don't thrive in that position.
11:29 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Handoff once again and going to the right side, and getting down at the 21-yard line is Julian Ashley, one of the running backs we're going to have to keep an eye on. He leads the Terrell Tigers in rushing. It will be 3rd down and about 3 coming up or so for Terrell. Ball marked at their own 20.
Yeah, good job by that Terrell offensive line, opening up a hole on that right side.
Hill under center, 2 backs in the backfield with the wing T, and flags come out, and it looks like it's going to be a false start on Terrell.
And there you go. That helps out Huntsville big time. Back them up 5 yards. And now you're thinking they might have to throw the football here, so we'll see if this defensive line can pin their ears back and maybe get some pressure here.
Asa Komisarov, the tight end, the senior, called for the false start. Of course, that's probably what's going to happen sometimes if you run tempo like what Terrell's doing right here. 11:01 left on the air. Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Under center's Hill. He gets the snap, fakes the handoff, and he is going to miss a tackle from Cooper. Throws it downfield, but it's incomplete. It was intended for one of his receivers. Don't have, believe that it's going to be Jordan Muambila, the junior running back, and here comes the punting in for Terrell.
Yeah, man, Cooper flew in there. You're going to need him to make those tackles as we go deeper into this ball game. Had him wrapped up for a sack, but just got away from him. And again, that pressure forced a bad throw and a 3-and-out for the Huntsville defense. They're going to get the football with some really good field position.
Juan Abundis, the punter for Terrell, kicks it, and it bounces right in front of KJ Betts. He's just going to field it right there. He did call for a fair catch, but it is going to be a tremendous field position for the Huntsville Hornets. They are going to start from their own 48, a big special teams mishap, you would think, for Terrell. That's an underrated part of this game that we didn't really do justice here, Nick, is the special teams is going to be important field position-wise.
Yeah, absolutely, and that punt kind of surprised me. We're watching warm-ups, and their punter was booming some deep ones, and that one, like you mentioned, a little disappointing on the distance there, but yeah, Huntsville offense has to come out and set the tone here, jump out early.
Victor Alawade, by the way, is at right tackle. Of course, Eli Cruz went down at around the Dayton game. Let's see what they can do here. Adolph in shotgun, 2 receivers right from the Huntsville 48. Motion receiver. Adolph gets snap, hands it off to Brown. Once again, up the middle. He's going through across the 45, the 40 in Terrell territory, and that is enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down, a gain of 13 on the play.
He is so impressive as a runner, man. He just ran over Ryan Thomas when he got into the second level. Excuse me, that's 19, not 13. That's O'Brien. He just put on his backside. What a run on first down.
Huntsville going tempo. Adolph keeps himself QB draw to the left side. He's got some room across the 30 and he's going to get tackled down. It is about a yard short of another first down, but already a tremendous start for the Huntsville Hornet offense with 10:23 left to go, 24 rather, left to go in the Heritage Oak Feeder Home first quarter.
Like we talked about in the pregame show, just similar styles, want to do the same thing, just different, or I should say different styles, but want to do the same thing. Huntsville going to spread it out and run the ball a lot. 2 great runs here to start off this game for the Hornets.
Ball on the Terrell 30. Adolph in pistol formation gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Brown, runs to his right, looking downfield, going for the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown! Hornets! Marcus Lewis with the catch, a 31-yard dot to get the Hornets into the lead early here, 6-0. 10:17 left to go in the Heritage Oak Feeder Home first quarter.
What a throw from the sophomore Zay Adolph on the run. I was looking in the flat. He had a tight end coming out of the backfield. I said, there's your spot. But no, he throws it over the defense and finds his receiver, Lewis, in the end zone, who beats his coverage. And just like that, you got the undefeated Terrell Tigers on their heels early in this one.
Caleb Kulak on to kick the extra point. Marcus Lewis, who just caught the touchdown, will also be doing the holding duties. Braden Wilson, the designated long snapper. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. Through the Nelson Amaya Collision Center, upright, 7-0. Hornets on top of the Tigers. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on. This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Life's journey is filled with love and memories and shared moments. When that journey ends, the path forward can feel overwhelming. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville understands, and we're here to help. We're more than just a funeral home. We're your friends and neighbors right by your side through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you honor your loved one's unique story with care and dignity. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
7-0 Hornets out to an early lead over number 5 Terrell Tigers. Caleb Kulik will be on for the Diana K. Farm State Farm Insurance kickoff. And I'm sure Terrell was not expecting this as Kulak runs up to the ball and another pooch kickoff. It's going to land at the 20, fielded by a Tiger, but he is going to get met immediately by Trey Scott III. Let's thank some of our wonderful sponsors here, Nick.
Huntsville Hornet football is presented by WA Air Conditioning, Heating, and Air Quality, your local HVAC experts, and AB2 Self-Storage, your local go-to self-storage facility.
I always thank AB Square Self-Storage, as always, sponsoring Huntsville Hornet football. Ball will be officially spotted at the Terrell 30-yard line, but man, I think that's exactly what you cooked up for the Huntsville Hornets is a fast start.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, through the first 2 minutes of this game, you couldn't have scripted it any better for Huntsville.
10:13 left in the Heritage Home Funeral Home first quarter. Wing T offense, fullback Hill gets the snap. He hands it off to his back. Is Hambrick the junior, and he's tackled for a 5-yard gain at the 35 of Terrell. Hambrick Jr., you're going to see him along with Ashley. Ashley leads the team in rushing, but keep an eye out on number 2.
Yeah, Brent Carroll was there at the line of scrimmage, but ball carrier just kind of pushed him back for a few yards. That's something, again, we saw a missed sack in the first possession. You want to wrap up on first contact.
Ball's officially spotted at the 33.5-yard line. Hill under center gets the snap. He hands it off to Caden Dabney, and he's going to get only a couple. He's going to get marked out at around the Terrell 38-yard line. They need the 40, so it's a 3rd and 2 coming up, and Terrell is running tempo. They're not wasting any time. 9:35-36 rather left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral first quarter. Hill under center. He hands it off to his fullback, and he is going to get stuffed before the 40-yard line. He is going to be short in Hambrick Jr.
I don't know. They might be. That gave him the first down, yeah.
Ooh, man, it's probably just my point of view, but, man, they're definitely marking him at the 40-yard line, so fresh set of downs for the Tigers. I thought he was short, but either way, two running backs in the backfield. Hill under center. He'll hand it off once again, this time to Ashley. Ashley's brought down at around the Terrell 44-yard line. So a gain of 4 for Terrell. They're just running quickly, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're going tempo here. Trailing early, they want to even this game back up.
Hill fakes the handoff, and he's mad at the backfield, throwing, and it's broken up by Caden Mavis, incomplete. The pass was intended for his receiver in Ryan Thomas. It'll be 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Boy, Mavis, if he can hold on to this ball, it's 14-0 Huntsville. But good job by Terrell's receiver there to kind of turn into a defensive back, Jordan Mumbilla there, to turn into that DB and knock the ball away and keep this possession alive for the Tigers.
Terrell now slowing down with the clock stopped at 9:05 in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 2nd down and 7 from the 44-yard line. Gets a snap, throwing on a screen to Noah Lewis. Lewis has some room to work with, and he's going to get tackled. The ball is loose, and I believe the Hornets have it. Let's see.
It's out.
Yes, it is. It is Huntsville
ball.
Hornet football. Wow, what a turn of events. The Hornets getting the ball right back, and once again in great field position.
Boy, who was that chased that play down from the back end? This was going to go for a lot. Terrell had a bunch of blockers out in front, and there he is. That's Braylon McGowan chasing it down from the back end.
I think that's actually
Peterson. Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
And he chased it down from the back end, popped the ball out. Yeah, 22 there, just gets it out, and there is David Brown to fall on it.
Well, Huntsville's offense is already out there, and they're looking to cook something here to get up 2 possessions. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. From the Huntsville 47, Adolph gets the snap. He hands it off to Brown, going to the right side, breaking a few tackles across the 50 in Terrell territory. It'll be a gain from the 46. It'll be a gain about 5 on the play.
What do we talk about pregame, man? Get some early takeaways, get up maybe a couple possessions on Terrell, and you're putting them in a really bad spot early, so Huntsville's got to capitalize on this early takeaway.
Same formation, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Brown in the backfield with Adolph. Adolph hands it off to Brown. He goes to the right side, past line of scrimmage, and he has enough for the Mocha attorneys at law. 1st down. He is going to be marked right about around the 1st down marker officially at the Terrell 42.
There is
the
a flag
Hornets are
down.
moving, and of course, like you said, there's a flag. Victor Alawade called for the infraction. That's where the Hornets, though, need to be surefire at disciplined football and not have penalties when on especially explosive plays.
Yeah, absolutely, and just trying to seal the edge there, gets flagged for the hold. Again, want to avoid penalties when you have the momentum going for you. It just kind of feels like it kills whatever positive momentum you have, and now you're deep behind the sticks here.
8:20 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral first quarter. Brown gets the handoff, runs through the middle. That's actually Jacavian Burks. He gets past the original line of scrimmage at the Huntsville 49. If you're just joining us, it's 7-0 Huntsville Hornets. Zay Adolph with a MRC Creekside touchdown pass to Marcus Lewis, a 31-yard dot to begin this game. As we inch closer, 8 minutes to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. It is a 3rd down and 9. What do you think they do here?
I got to air it out. We'll see. I mean, Adolph's already shown he can find the open man deep down the field. I don't think they're taking a shot here. Trying to pick up a 1st down is the priority.
There's 2 backs in the backfield, Burks and Brown. Adolph steps back. He's looking, scrambles out, almost tripped up. He's going to run it himself. He gets to the 50-yard line. Around the 49.5-yard line is where they're going to officially mark him, and that's going to be well short of the first down. And here comes the punting unit for the Hornets.
Yeah, Kadon Dabney coming from the second level was unaccounted for there, and that play was pretty much dead on arrival as Adolph just had no time to set his feet, had to take off, try to scramble and make something happen, but just couldn't do it. Good job by the Tigers to stand up and pick up their offense after they turn the ball over and get it back with this score still being 7-0.
Caleb Kulak on the punt this one away. Julian Ashley back there alongside as well as Hamburg Jr. Kulak, a beauty of a punt. Past the 10, a friendly bounce, and it rolls, and it's picked up at the Terrell 7-yard line. Picking it up for the Huntsville Hornets is Andrew Heineman, and I am sure that Terrell is going to hurry up and want to get their offense back out there almost immediately.
And what a job by Kulak there, is just pinning the Tigers deep. And again, like you mentioned, this Tigers offense wants to bounce back, wants to flush that fumble, flush those first two possessions really, a 3-and-out and a turnover, not the way an offense that's scoring almost 60 points a game wants to start.
Hill under center, two backs in the backfield, one tight end to the right. Hill face handoff to Ashley, and he's going to throw it, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete. He's lucky that there was no DB in the area for Huntsville. Looks like the one that tipped it was Isaiah Lewis.
Yeah, the 6'4", 280-pound senior getting the mid up there and knocking that ball down.
Of course, I'm sure the Tigers are wondering where Jerry Singletary is lined up. Same formation, handoff to the running back, but it is stuff. Looks like that was Ashley on the carry, and he's actually not going to gain any on the play. That defensive line for the Hornets staying strong.
That's Wesley Heineman getting in there to make that stop, meeting the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. Then the most impressive thing there, two other Hornets swarming in, pun intended there, I guess, swarming in to make that stop at the line of scrimmage, and now a 3rd and 10 deep in their own territory for Terrell.
6:16 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral first quarter. Hill hands it off to his back, and he is going to get stopped past the 15. Is Hamburg Jr. making the stop was Brent Carroll. Well short of the first down, and here comes the punting unit for Terrell, another 3-and-out.
This defense, man, 2 3-and-outs and a fumble. What a start for them. And now you get your offense back with another chance to go up 2 scores early in this one.
KJ Betts back to receive this punting. He's standing at the Terrell 45.
Wonder how much pressure they're bringing here.
Looks like there's nothing coming. The punt is away. It's a high arcing spiral, backing up Betts at the 50. He feels it at the 50, trying to dance around, and he's going to get met immediately. And the ball fell down. It looked like the ball must have fell out, but Betts immediately fell on it. So
that ball came out for sure. The Hornets get a lucky bounce there. Ball was stripped out of his hands, lands flush on the ground, bounces right back up to Betts, and he just gobbles it up and falls on it. So cut your losses there and get your offense back out there.
Breathing a sigh of relief if you're a Hornet fan and the Hornet sideline. 5:31 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. One receiver left, one receiver right. Got 2 tight ends for the Hornets. Adolph, of course, as always, in shotgun. Ball is spotted at the Hornet 46. Another great starting field position for the offense. Adolph gets the snap, hands it off to Brown. Brown dancing away across the 50 in Terrell territory. They're going to mark him at the 49.5-yard line in Terrell territory. So a nice gain to start things off here.
His vision is so good, man. And again, it's nothing new to the every Friday listener. They're used to it. The senior is such a weapon for this offense.
Adolph gives it to Brown again up the middle. He breaks a few tackles, somehow stands on his feet still and crawls his way across the 35 for a Mocha attorneys at law first down.
This offensive line is winning the battle in the trenches. Trayshawn Brown again making that into a bigger gain. He was backpedaling and somehow stayed on his feet to gain the extra yardage, but this offensive line absolutely imposing their will on the Tigers.
From the Terrell 36, handoff, no. Adolph keeps it up the middle, and he is going to get to the Terrell 32-yard line. Another nice gain on first down. 4:37 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral first quarter, 7-0 Hornets.
A little read option there. Adolph makes the right read, pulls it back, and gobbles up some good yardage on first down, second and manageable. You can run it, you can pass it, full playbook is open.
Adolph shotgun, Brown to his left. He gives it to Brown up the middle, and he has enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down as he trucks through a couple of Tigers.
I mean, he wasn't touched till he got to that first down marker. Did you see that gap in the offensive line in the front, the very front there? It's Buddy Moreno and Caleb Cruz opening it up. And, man,
Adolph gets the snap. He fakes the handoff to Brown. Jukes around the defender, but he's not going to get back. And the ball is out and it's picked up, but they're going to say he was down by contact.
No, it's Terrell ball.
It is Terrell ball. My goodness, that is not what you want if you're the Hornets. You had a good drive going to potentially go up 2 scores, but now you just give Terrell the ball back with a bunch of momentum.
Yeah, Keenan Morrow recovers it. Here's a replay. We'll see who knocks it out. It was Morrow. Morrow recovered it and stripped it as Adolph was getting tackled. He just got his arm wrapped in there and stripped the ball away. So Tigers answer, get a turnover of their own.
Offense already out there for the Tigers. Hill in under center. 2 backs behind him. Ashley gets the handoff on the snap, and Ashley's not going to get far enough, a couple of yards to the Terrell 31.
And again, that's what they're trying to do on first down. Just about 4 or 5 yards, start building momentum. This is what the wing T offense is all about. Just small yardage, small chunks here and there. They'll lull you to sleep. And then once you're committed to the run, they'll hit something over the top.
3.5 left to go in the Heritage Home Field in first quarter. Hill gets the snap, hands it off to Ashley again, going to the right side. He's got some room. He's across the 40, the 45, 50, 45, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Terrell Tigers. Julian Ashley, we've mentioned his name quite a few times, and that will get the Tigers going. The crowd is loving it for Terrell.
Yeah, there's the explosiveness, but it's on the ground. Ashley got the blocks he needed on that right side. And again, it's all about the confusion in the backfield for the Tigers in this wing T offense. Huntsville lost track of him out of the backfield, found the open space, and turned on the Jets for a big 69-yard touchdown.
Elijah Weber, the holder, Juan Abandis, the kicker. Snap is high, the kick is up, and it is good, splitting through the uprights. Tied 7-7 Tigers, Hornets, 3:16 left to go in the Heritage Home Field first quarter. We'll be back after this.
Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville has immediate openings for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants. Service technicians that are ASE certified are preferred but not required. Looking for a great career? Wiesner Huntsville is looking for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants, and complete benefits are included. So go by today and apply. Take exit 116 on I-45 North and go past 11th Street in Huntsville. Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville is hiring.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Colin Neal, Nick Savage, 7-7. Hornets tied up with the Tigers, 3:16 left to go in the Heritage Home Funeral Home first quarter. And you kind of talked about it a little bit there, Nick. Just you got the open crease, and that's what the wing T can do.
Yeah, all kinds of athletes in the backfield, not even in the backfield, just all across the field for this Terrell offense. Anybody could carry it. Anybody can turn on the Jets, like Ashley just did there. And yeah, it's a brand new ball game. They capitalize on the turnover. Huntsville not able to capitalize on the turnover they created. So that's why we are all knotted up at 7. And again, don't expect anything less from an 11-0 undefeated squad.
Abundus on to kick this off. You got Fisher, Betts, and I believe you also have Brown back to receive a potential kick, and the kick is away. Abundus going right, and it will land right into the end zone for a touchback. While we have some time, let's thank some of our wonderful sponsors.
Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance, focusing on auto, home, life, farm, and ranch, business, pet, and tractor insurance in Huntsville, Texas, and surrounding areas.
Let's see what the Hornets offense can do, starting at their own 25. 3:16 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Looks like two receivers are going to be the right, one to the left. One to the left is C.J. Rogers. So he has been alone on an island for some time. Could be something they're looking at here. Adolph snapping shotgun, hands it off to Brown. He dances around a Terrell linebacker. He's going to get stopped at the 30, 31-yard line. They're going to say the Huntsville 30, so a gain of 5 on the play.
Boy, if I'm Coach Mavis right now, I'm just feeding Trayshawn Brown. They haven't been able to slow him down yet tonight, so just keep feeding number 5 and see what happens.
Adolph gets the snap shotgun again, and he hands it off to Brown again. Brown is across the 35, down at the Huntsville 36. It's good enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down.
Do it again. And I mean, this offensive line is absolutely winning the battle in the trenches right now.
Then again, though, that MRC Creekside touchdown that the Hornets got was off of a 31 touchdown pass from Adolph to Marcus Lewis. Let's see, though, what happens here. Like you said, Brown keeps on getting through. Handoff this time to Rogers. No, Adolph keeps it to the right side, jumps over a Tiger. He's going to only gain about 3 on the play, marked down at the Huntsville 38-yard line.
Yeah, good read by Adolph there. Again, a jet sweep read option. He keeps it, and I like that. Let Adolph carry the football again, build that confidence back up, because, again, I'm sure fumbles sticking in the back of his mind until he gets another opportunity to carry it, and he does just that, protects the football well. Decent gain on first.
Rogers and Lewis on the left side as receivers. Landon Fisher on the far right side. Huntsville going right to left on your radio dial. Pistol formation. Adolph gets the snap, hands it off. No, to Brown. And Adolph going to get down in the backfield. The ball is loose, and it looks like the Tigers have it at the Huntsville 25-26-yard line. Let's see what the officials say. The Tigers saying they have it.
No signal yet.
They're going to say that Adolph recovered it, and he's going to be marked down at the Huntsville 25, back to where they started. It is going to be a long third down. They have to get to the 46-yard line to get a fresh set of downs, so it's basically playing field position at this point to help out your punter, Caleb Kulak.
Guess who it was again? Keenan Morrow, the senior, coming off the edge unblocked, and his helmet knocked the ball out of Adolph's hands. I don't even think he was going for the ball. He slipped down trying to stand back up.
Wow.
And, yeah, replay showing that Terrell got it back. But guess what? No replays in high school football.
Adolph gets the snap, dropping back. He's looking deep. He's going to go deep. He's trying to find Lewis, and he can't make the catch. It's incomplete. Man, oh, man, that was a jump ball. If I ever seen one, if he caught that, that would have been well enough for a first down. But the Hornets are going to punt it away. But the Terrell Tigers are pretty much holding, just thankfully, they're holding their breaths because they saw that replay, and it definitely looked like Terrell recovered the fumble.
Yeah, and Marcus Lewis had a step on a few defenders there up the seam, and Adolph might have seen him just a touch too late as he fired that one deep, and it was broken up. Good defense by Terrell.
Kulak punts this one away, and it's going to get fair caught and fielded at the Terrell 43-yard line. It was caught by, for the Tigers, it was Weber. And the Terrell offense will go back to work. They have an opportunity here to possibly take the lead with any kind of points here with 59 seconds left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter.
Well, these playoff games, it's always, who's got the momentum at the right time, right? At the start of the game, the first 2 minutes of the game, it could not have swung any harder in favor of Huntsville, but now, after a turnover by the Hornets and an explosive touchdown, it swung back towards the Tigers.
Hill under center. Receiver in motion, now line up his tight end. Hill tosses it to Ashley to the left side, and he's going to dazzle through a couple of Hornets and rumble his way and keeps on going way past the first down marker. He's going to get officially marked at the Huntsville Hornet 44-yard line with 48 seconds to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral first quarter. First down, Terrell.
The Tigers have been making most of their hay out in open space, right? Have you noticed they haven't run it up the middle the past few plays?
Hill hands it off to Ashley again on 1st and 10, and he is going to get stopped.
And that's why.
For no gain, maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Right there. Anything in between the tackles or the guards hasn't really been productive for the Tigers, but anytime they can get these athletes out in space, it's been trouble spot for Huntsville. That's the vulnerability I've seen early on, and I'm sure the Tigers offensive coordinator, the coaching staff, they all seen that too. as we approach the final play here this first quarter.
They don't have to run a play here. Hill lines up under center, 7 to go in the Heritage Field first quarter. He gets a snap, tosses it to face the toss rather nobody, and that is a broken play if I have ever seen one. My goodness, that could not have worked out worse for the Tigers. Pass complete to Brian White Jr. A big, big loss on the play, and that is how the Heritage Funeral Home first quarter will conclude. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's all tied up. Hornets 7, Tigers 7. Be back after this.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas, having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already time to start planning for the holidays? We are getting fresh shipments of beautiful fall flowers daily and have started planning on holiday parties and events. If you have an upcoming holiday occasion that needs flowers or just a simple just because arrangement, give us a call today. Don't wait. You can always reach us at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or our website at huntsvillehartfieldflorist.com. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. This fall and always, remember Hartfields, personalizing your events since 1957.
This is the Hornet Nation Podcast Network on KSAM.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. After one, it's 7-7 Tigers, Hornets tied up. We now begin the Heritage Oak Funeral Home. Second quarter, Terrell with the ball at their own 49, a 3rd and 17 after a busted play. Really don't know what happened there as the clock run down in that first quarter. Hill under center, he gets a snap, he hands it off to Ashley, running the right side, and he's not even going to get to the 50-yard line. A fantastic tackle on the play. Looks like making the tackle for the Huntsville Hornets was Sam Cleveland. He has been a menace for offensives this season, for the Hornets defense.
Yeah, this drive really fell apart. Back on that second down play, last play of the first quarter, really the quarterback should have thrown that away and not into the backfield where it was just a loss of yardage. Could have lived for a 3rd and manageable, but instead they were way behind the chains.
Abundance kicks this one away. The Hornets brought pressure. Betts calls for the fair catch. He lets it bounce, and he is going to field it at the Hornet 12-yard line. And the Hornets offense, after what nearly could have been a, for sure, turnover by the Hornets, if you believe what the replay said. But either way, we move on here in this ball game. 7-7 Hornets. Tigers tied up. 11-19 left to go in the Heritage Oak second quarter. I got to go back to that play real quick. I could not believe that they ran a play right there, honestly.
Well, again, you got the Hornets defense on their heels. I don't hate running a play, but just Nolan Hall probably should have thrown it away again. Instead, he got it to his receiver well behind the line of scrimmage, and the Hornets were already all over the play. So I think that's kind of where that drive fell apart.
Well, Nolan Hall and Zay Adolph have been having some trouble tonight. Let's see. Adolph with the snap, hands it off to Brown over the middle. He trucks through a Tiger all the way to the Huntsville 18-yard line. Another nice gain. Both offenses so far similarities, running the football well on first down.
Yeah, and again, I would expect Huntsville to keep feeding Trayshawn Brown. Terrell doesn't have an answer for him yet.
Adolph and shotgun again. Brown moves from the right to left. One receiver either side, tight end. Adolph gets that, hands it off to Brown, going to the right side this time. And that might be the first time that he was stopped for at least no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and medium coming up. They need to get to the 22.
That was Kenneth Allen Jr. on the tackle there. And that's the key to Brown. If you want to limit him, you got to get him down in open space. That's exactly what Brown did there. First time we've really seen that tonight. He's been rumbling over Tiger defenders.
3rd and 3 coming up from the Huntsville 19, 10-20 left to go in the Heritage Oak Freedom first quarter. Adolph gets the snap, hands it off to Brown, going to the right side, and he's going to get stopped at the 20. That is going to be a couple yards short of the first down.
Yeah, I think he just kind of got tripped up on his own offensive lineman there as Terrell got some penetration on the line of scrimmage, pushed him back a bit, and once, Brown was trying to make the cuts inside the line, kind of stepped over one of his offensive linemen's feet and fell short of the first down. Punt unit out now.
Caleb Kulak on to punt this one away to either Ashley or Weber. They both switch sides at around the 50. Probably don't want to punt this one to Ashley, to say the least. Kulak has it. He'll punt this one away right to Ashley. Ashley fair catches it at the Terrell 42, 43-yard line. That's where they're going to start. Tremendous field position once again for Terrell. Just kind of, you know, both sides have had 2 explosive plays that have gone for 6. But so far it's now kind of stalled on both sides. Yeah,
I mean, again, Terrell and Huntsville able to run the ball effectively to start most of these drives, but it's been either penalties or, you know, something to put them behind the line of scrimmage that really kills these drives and kills the momentum.
Fake toss to Ashley, and getting the ball is Oscar Soto, and he has enough for the first down as he gets in Huntsville territory at around the Huntsville 43-yard line.
This is just so tricky to defend, man. Nolan Hall, you want to talk about how key it is for the quarterback to sell the plays and the fakes? He did a great job on that one.
Hall hands it off to Ashley quickly, and the Hornets defense kind of caught slipping a little bit. Ashley breaking over just a bit the plane of the Huntsville 36, 9:11 left to go in the Heritage Funeral Home second quarter. Second down and short. Hall under center again quickly. 2 backs in the backfield. He hands it off to Hamburg Jr., and he is going to get stopped about a yard short of the first down at the Huntsville 34 is where he's going to get marked. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 maybe inches coming up here.
Yeah, well, this is no man's land here, so they're going to get 2 shots at this 1 yard. So I imagine they're running it here, no doubt.
Maybe a little tush push.
Look at this.
And there's a timeout going to be called by head coach Todd Mavis. Doesn't like what he saw there. That'll take us to a University Heights Baptist Church timeout. We'll be back after this.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is a game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Welcome back, folks, from the Frank Stocko Station broadcast booth. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage. Appreciate y'all tuning in on the YouTube live stream. We hear that you're being very active down there.
It's very entertaining. It's a very entertaining live chat. I shouldn't be watching it, but it's very fun. A lot of Terrell folks watching us. NFHS, yeah, I think NFHS having some trouble. So glad y'all are listening. It's been a great ball game, very fun ball game so far.
This is exactly the kind of ball game I was hoping for, running on 4 hours of sleep.
Look at this, all 11 within a box on the line of scrimmage for Terrell.
It is going to be a fake handoff.
Oh man!
And Hall has an open man, and it is caught.
Oh.
Touchdown, Noah Lewis with the catch. We talked about it, that the Hornets are going to have to look out for some sort of leak or go route, and they did not look out for it, and they paid the price. And the Tigers are up 13-7 with 8:28 left to go in the Heritage Funeral Home second quarter.
What a play call there coming out of the timeout. You just got Huntsville completely selling out for the run and slipping through everybody as the receiver. And man, what an answer for Terrell.
Abundus kicks it through the uprights. Good. It's 14-7 Tigers over the Hornets. We'll be back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. We've got great deals on the 25s. Come in and get a 1500 crew cab starting at only $39,890, or Chevy Trax starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got the Chevy Equinox EV starting at only $39,995. But you need to hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
Welcome back. 14-7 Tigers over the Hornets after a Hall touchdown pass to Lewis on basically a fake, kind of tush-push handoff sort of deal, finding the open receiver in Noah Lewis deep on 3rd and inches, basically. And the Tigers, just like you said, they took advantage of the Hornets, being too settled in on the run. But Abundance is already on to kick this one away. It's a nice little kick, and it's going to go land in the end zone for a touchback. Let's thank some more of our wonderful sponsors.
Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. And Hartfield Florists, personalizing your events since 1957.
Huntsville Hornets struck first in the first quarter with an MRC Creekside touchdown with a Zay Adolph pass to Marcus Lewis. And Julian Ashley with a long run, 4-6, tied it up, of course, after the point after attempt. And the Tigers take their first lead of the ball game off of a Hall touchdown pass of beauty to Lewis. It is what it is, though. Let's see how the offense responds. Adolph hands it off to Brown, finds a hole right up the middle, and he is going to get to the 35-yard line, enough for a Mocha Moke attorneys at law first down.
And Trayshawn Brown is just gashing this Tiger defense. You got to find a way to build on those big first down runs like that. Again, you're set up with another first down just like that, but you got to do what Terrell just did to Huntsville. Get them lulled into the run and maybe try to take another deep shot.
And it's going to be a false start on the Huntsville Hornet offense. And that is not what you want, is a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, can't be doing that, especially after a big gainer.
You heard it right there. The infraction is on Bubba Moreno, the center. You don't see that very often.
I probably moved the football a little bit too quickly for the referee's liking.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Tight end, 1 back in the backfield with Adolph. The Tigers showing pressure. They bring pressure. Brown gets the snap, but gets the handoff rather, and he's swallowed up in the backfield for a tackle for loss. A swarm of Tigers coming in, and it looks like with the celebration coming out of that pile for Terrell was Benny Hickman.
Yeah, just a bunch of Tigers swarming into the backfield. And again, you're first and long. You got to think you're just trying to run it to get back to the line of scrimmage, and the original line of scrimmage, I should say. And Terrell sells out for the run, and they get the stop in the backfield. So deep trouble here for Huntsville.
Second down and very long for the Hornets after a false start in a TFL. Adolph gets the snap with the receiver in motion. He's looking downfield. He's got a wide open man, but he misses his target intended for Betts. Incomplete. They had the open zone right in the middle of the field there, Nick. If Adolph's pass was on point, Betts is off for 6.
Yeah, that was a great play design. Betts kind of leaked out of the backfield after the play developed a little bit, and he was wide open on the seam, but Adolph just missed him, and Betts couldn't make a play on it. So got a big third down here. Don't want to give the ball back to Terrell with a chance to go up a couple scores.
3rd and 17, 7:09 left to go in the Heritage Oak first score. Tigers up 14-7 on the Hornets. 3 receivers right. Brown in the backfield. Adolph gets the snap, steps back, looking downfield. He has pressure. He has Tigers barreling in on him, and he has no choice but to throw this one away, and the Hornets will be kicking this one away. Just tremendous pressure from that front of Terrell. I mean, you got guys in there that are going to be asked for a lot. Zamonte Smith and Benny Hickman, they're 2 tackles, and a lot of other Tigers, but they're bringing the pressure tonight.
Miles Phelps on the back end of that play was open on the other seam this time around, but the pressure from the Tigers forced Adolph to roll away from him. Don't want him throwing back across his body, and Adolph could do nothing but just throw it away and live to fight another day.
Kulak will kick this one away. It's a high kick. Let's see where this one lands. A friendly bounce across the 30. This is a beauty, folks. What a roll past the 20 of Terrell, and it's going to be brought down at the Terrell 18. What a beautiful punt by Caleb Kulak with 6:47 left to go in the Heritage Hope Funeral first quarter.
Yeah, Kulak caught a bounce, a big-time bounce there. That wasn't his best punt of the night, but fair catch signal by Terrell. They back out of the way of it because it was so short, and he gets a huge Huntsville Hornet bounce. And like you mentioned, they're back pinned pretty deep. I think this might be, no, they've started within their own 10 earlier in the first quarter, but, you know, they got a long way to go. We'll see if the Hornet defense can bounce back after allowing that touchdown on a 3rd and short play.
Man, there's really no slowing down this Terrell offense. They are hustling when the ball's not even played. Hall gets the snap, hands it off to Ashley, but he's going to get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage for a tackle for a loss. Looks like coming out of the pile was Wesley Heineman and was the first one to make contact. It's an official loss of 1, 2nd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, well, I was obviously watching the wrong film on Terrell. The games I watched, they kind of took their time getting back to the line of scrimmage and didn't really show any tempo. But we've seen a couple times tonight for the Tigers. See, now they're kind of slowing down and letting the clock drain just a bit. But they've been using a lot of tempo tonight to get the Hornets a little off balance.
Hall under center once again, snap. Tosses it to Ashley. Ashley dancing his way, but he is going to get swallowed up just beyond the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle for the Hornets is Jeremiah Peterson, the sophomore, getting a lot of playing time. He has been big for Huntsville's defense this season.
Yeah, great play by the middle linebacker there. He filled the right gap and was at the right place in the right time as well when the ball carrier cut it back to the right side, and he just met him in the hole and slung him down.
Officially a gain of 1, so Tigers back at the original line of scrimmage at their own 18. Hall gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's met by a couple of Hornets, dances through, throws, and it is almost picked off. It is incomplete, though. Man, oh man, Carroll had it right in his basket, but the Terrell Tigers wide receiver couldn't see who that was, broke it up. I believe you got the name for that broke that pass up.
That looked like it was Mumbilla out of the backfield, broke that one up, but Nolan Hall, man, he is slippery. He is hard to bring down for Terrell. He's been really impressive tonight. There's, you know, you got to credit the Terrell offensive line for not giving up any sacks this year, but give Hall his credit too. He's tough to bring down.
The punt is away. He falls down, but it is kind of a flop. Betts receives the punt. He didn't call for a fair catch. He's across the 50, and big hit. Oh my goodness, what a big hit.
That was Caden Dabney, who's having a ball game tonight. Actually, absolutely laid out the returner there.
The Terrell crowd absolutely love that. That's for sure. The team is loving it too. Terrell traveling well, Huntsville traveling well as well. McLean Stadium basically halfway between both sides in the area round of Texas High School Football 5A Division II playoffs. Let's see what the Hornet offense can do. They are starting in Terrell territory at the 47, 5:13 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home second quarter. 14-7, Terrell on top of Huntsville. Can the offense get something going after scoring a touchdown on their first drive? Adolph, lone in the backfield, gets the snap, throws it to the left side, and getting the first down, making the catch is Trayshawn Brown.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I was not expecting Brown to line up out there as a slot guy.
I like that, though. That's kind of an extension of the run game and builds a little confidence for Zay Adolph. Hasn't really thrown the ball well outside of his touchdown pass tonight, so build a little confidence, build a little momentum here for your quarterback.
Mocha turns off first down. Adolph fakes the handoff on the jet sweep. He's rolling to the left side. Stiffs hard to man. A flag is out, though. It's a gain of 8 or 9 on the play. But I can imagine, though, judging where the flag is at around the line of scrimmage, a yard beyond it is going to be holding.
That's rough, man. Had a few really good runs tonight called back on a penalty. And we talked pregame. Penalties kind of an issue for Huntsville at times tonight. Nothing egregious, nothing, you know, no personal fouls or anything so far. It's just been stuff like that, man. Just penalties, or holding penalties, excuse me, that have, you know, Hornets have shot themselves in the foot with that.
And it's just drive killers.
Yeah.
Just absolute drive killers. Caleb Cruz on the infraction. 2 receivers either side. Huntsville going left to right. Adolph alone in backfield, and it's going to get batted down. Coming off of the edge, man, it's once again after making the big hit on the punt return, it is Dabney.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind right now. He's having a really good game. Forced a fumble earlier. Technically forced 2 fumbles. Terrell's recovered one of them.
4:43 The clock is stopped after that incomplete pass. In the Heritage Hope Funeral Home second quarter rather. Adolph alone in the backfield again. 2 receivers either side, 1 tight end. Adolph motions Brown. Brown goes behind him, gets the snap, throws it to the left side. Making the move is Rogers with the catch, and he's not even going to get a lot, and not even close to the original line of scrimmage on that 3rd down and 20. And I could pretty much assume
that was a 2nd down play. They had the markers wrong on the scoreboard. Now it's 3rd down.
There we go.
So, but that play, I mean, the blockers, offensive linemen pulled out. 2 of them were trying to get in front of the receiver, just could not get out there in time. And that one was going nowhere.
They're going to say that he did not gain anything on the play from the Terrell 41. They have to get to the Terrell 21. Adolph alone in the backfield again, going to shotgun, air raid-ish. Adolph looking to his left. He passed a man, and making the catch is Trayshawn Brown into the end zone. Touchdown, Huntsville.
He couldn't have thrown a prettier ball there to his running back. Again, in the slot this entire drive as a receiver. And man, what an athlete he is. Just a straight go route. Zay Adolph didn't look at anyone else, just wound up and beat triple coverage right into the breadbasket. And what an answer. It's just been a battle of explosive plays tonight.
It's kind of like one of those things like, whatever, 5's down there somewhere in Trayshawn Brown. But what a nice play drawn up by the coaching staff for Huntsville as Kulak is on the kick. The extra point MRC Creekside touchdown, 41-yard touchdown pass, Adolph to Brown. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick splits the Nelson Almayas Collision Center uprights and good. All tied up 14-14 in the Heritage Hope Funeral Home second quarter, 3:57 left to go. We'll be back after this.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The first cold front is here, and although it's not cool enough for you to need your heater, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get your heater ready for winter. Call 936-295-9173 today and set up your planned maintenance heater inspection. And while the technician is there, ask about our UV lights for better indoor air quality or upgrading to a programmable thermostat to help with utility savings. Heater checks, air quality, and utility savings. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 26079C.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
Welcome back to the Frank Stocco Station broadcast booth. Colin Neal alongside the Nick Savage. And, man, this game has been quite savage, to say the least. Been a very physical game. 3:57 left to go in the Heritage Hope Funeral second quarter, 14-14.
It's been a battle of explosive plays. I mean, get a load of this. 31-yard touchdown for Huntsville, 69-yard touchdown for Terrell, 34-yard touchdown for Terrell, and then a 41-yarder for Huntsville to respond, and we're all knotted up. What a fun one this has been.
Another Pooch, Dinah K. Barn, State Farm Insurance kickoff. It's fielded, though, by Terrell going to the left side and being brought down at around the 31-yard line. It's going to be for Terrell. It's going to be Brian White Jr.
And Lester Davis barely missed a horse collar there. Lucky break for Huntsville. Almost got the back end of the jersey, but nonetheless made a good tackle in open space.
Yeah, man, this Terrell just has a lot of explosive athletic guys like you mentioned earlier. Man.
Absolutely.
Let's see what the offense led by Nolan Hall can do. For Terrell, under center, motion Ashley, handoff in the backfield is Hambrick. He breaks a tackle. He's dragging a few Hornets. He's going to get stopped, though, at the Terrell 34. The ball is loose, but it was already blown dead on the play, a gain of 4.
I mean, that one was stopped at the line of scrimmage once again, but these Tigers just keep fighting and, again, showing some tempo.
They're just going to keep going on that all night. Hall gets the snap, hands off to Ashley, going to the right side and trying to get past the line of scrimmage. Stiffs arm a Hornet, crosses the line of scrimmage, and he is going to get brought down at the Terrell 39, but not before a flag comes out. I wonder if that's going to be potentially a face mask.
Yeah, it's a face mask. That referee on the far side there signaling face mask to the white cap, so. Oh, the offense, okay.
Okay, you've never seen that quite often. I hope we see a replay of that.
Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, let's see. Hambrick got the ball, or rather Ashley got the ball running to the right side. Oh, I see it right there.
Yeah. So the offensive player can put his hand on the face mask of the defender, but what he did was grab inside the face mask and kind of shove the defender, and that's going to get you flagged every time.
That is not something you see very often, because you're always taught to just keep your hand open. But Ashley got a little too greedy. He would have been just 1 yard short of the first down. But now it is 2nd and 17 from the Terrell 18-yard line. A little toss play, a little trickery. The Hornet defense read it, but making the nice run in across the 30-yard line, getting back to the original line of scrimmage. And it is once again, it looks like they have the roster as Jabez Baker, but they said another name. I couldn't quite hear it.
Yeah, a little sweep reverse there. So they hand the ball off going to that far sideline, but the running back flips it to Ashley there on the toss, misdirects the defense back the other way, and that's plenty of open space to run there. Good job by the Hornets, only limiting that to the 5 yards that they gained and got them back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hall under center, 3rd down and 9. He drops back, throws, and it's incomplete. Way too high in the air, intended for Grace Smith.
And there you go. That's what you want to do to get Terrell behind the chains and force them into these obvious passing situations. Again, they can get you on the play action fakes, but if you get them in obvious passing situations, wing T offenses usually don't thrive in that. And there you go. Huntsville gets a stop.
Correction, pass was intended for Ryan Thomas, number 13. The jersey was a little scrunched up. Punt is away, though. A nice one by Abundis. It is, no, it's almost muffed by Betts, and thankfully he drops right on it. You know what they say, catch the ball, don't let the ball catch you.
Yeah, absolutely. But good job by Betts to stay with it. He was kind of banged up on the last punt return on a good hit, so good to see him back into the ball game. But yeah, way to stay with it, way to hold on to that one, and set up Huntsville here with a possession. You got 2.5 minutes, 2 timeouts remaining, and the 2-minute timeout. So technically 3 timeouts, and you get the ball out of halftime. Maybe if you can play your cards right here, maybe double dip and extend the lead.
Ball is spotted at the Huntsville 36. That's where the offense will start. Adolph in the backfield alongside him, of course. Trayshawn Brown. Lewis motions to the left. Adolph gets the snap, hands it off to Brown, going to the right side. He stiffs arm a Tiger. He's got some space to work with, and he's going to get brought down at the Huntsville 44-yard line, and a gain of 8 on the play. 2:25 left to go in the Heritage Hope Funeral Home second quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, if Jamarian James would have made the block there about 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, Trayshawn Brown would have scored on that. But nonetheless, it's a good pickup on first down, 8 yards. Whole playbook is open here for Huntsville.
Adolph in shotgun once again. He gets the snap, fakes the toss to Brown, going to the right side this time across the 45. He's going to get brought down there, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 coming up, but not before we do the 2-minute timeout. We'll be back after this. It's all tied up, 14-14, Hornets and Tigers tied up.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
$1:56 left to go in the Heritage Hope Funeral Home second quarter. That first quarter went by pretty fast, but this second quarter is taking quite some time.
You think so? This whole first half has felt like a blur.
It's been a fun game so far. It is as advertised. From the 45-yard line in Huntsville territory, Adolph lines up in the backfield once again with Brown. As we're out of the 2-minute timeout, Adolph gets a direct snap, quarterback run. The ball is loose. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by Terrell and being brought down after making the recovery for Terrell was Alden Moreno, and the dynamics has changed just like that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happened here. It was, oh my gosh, guess who it was again? It was Keenan Morrow in the backfield, knocks the football out of the hands of Zay Adolph, and there's his team. Oh, man, just no one blocks him. That's been about the third time he's been in the backfield unblocked, knocked the football out, and Terrell's able to capitalize here. And just like that, momentum swings right back to Terrell. They got a chance to punch this one in and go into the locker room at halftime up a score.
So many fumbles for the Hornets in the first half. You just cannot have it in a game just like this. 1:48 in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home second quarter. Ashley motions right. Hamburg Jr. gets the handoff from Hall, trundling through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get brought down at the Huntsville 15-yard line. They are in the red zone. They have all the time in the world. They want to get some points here. Hall under center once again. He hands it off to Ashley, going to the right side, finds a hole across the 10, and inside the 10, he's going to get marked down at the Huntsville 8-yard line. That's the first down.
Yeah, so it'll be first and goal here. I imagine they slow things down a bit. They do. Got a minute 20, 2 timeouts. And again, you want to score with as little time left as possible to prevent Huntsville from getting a possession here.
And watch, Ashley's now lined up all the way out in receiver. Hall under center with Hamburg Jr. behind him. Hamburg Jr. gets the handoff on the snap, and that's a big hit by the Hornets. It's Sam Cleveland once again.
Great job there, sealing the edge by the Hornet defense there. And no timeouts taken yet by Terrell.
Second and goal from the 8-yard line in the red zone for Terrell. Bit of trickeration and hand off to the fullback, playing the fullback, Ashley. The ball, no, and still going across the 5, 3, and down at the 2-yard line. I thought that they were going to stop the
I mean,
play
they
for a
should have.
second.
It should have been blown dead. It wasn't moving, but they let him keep playing, and Terrell gets extra yardage out of it.
27 seconds left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter.
And Terrell takes the timeout. You credit Terrell for playing through the whistle like you're supposed to do, but it almost felt like Huntsville thought they had him stopped and the play was over, and Terrell just kept fighting. They get extra yards out of it. I'm of the opinion that that play should have been blown dead because it wasn't moving, but nonetheless, the Tigers take advantage, and now they got 2 yards to punch it in, a timeout remaining, and 27 seconds to work with.
Folks, don't go away. Once that second quarter clock runs out, we will have the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. You'll be getting the Hornets Nest, of course, with Shannon Hollis, and me and Nick Savage will break the first half down. It has been quite an exciting first half, to say the least. They will mark the ball officially at the 2.5-yard line, deep in Huntsville territory, of course. It's officially a 2nd and 3, and here comes Terrell's offense. 3rd down and goal. It's 4 down territory, it feels like, though, for Terrell. They probably don't want to settle for 3 here.
And here comes all 11 ready to push their quarterback.
Hall in the backfield. He hands it off to a fullback, rather, and into the end zone. Touchdown, LeBron Tucker with the carry and score.
Yeah, just a dive off the left side, overloaded line on that left side. 2 extra offensive linemen into the game, a whole lot of beef on that left side, and they just push right through the Hornet defensive line and take the lead going into the locker room here. What a swing of momentum for the Tigers, and credit to them for capitalizing.
Abundus on to kick the point after touchdown. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights, and it is good. We're going to keep things right here with 23 seconds left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. But that's what turnovers do, and I mean, that just, it is what it is. I mean, you just got to find a way to shake things off. You do, if you're when you're Huntsville, you do get the ball back out of the locker room of halftime.
I mean, if you're Huntsville, you're still in a great spot. You're playing an undefeated 11-0 team, and you've punched them in the mouth here early in this one. And guess what? They punch right back, and Huntsville's been able to stay on their feet. It's a fun ball game we got here, and Huntsville by no means is in a horrible spot. Like we mentioned, they're going to get the football out of the locker room with a chance to go tie the ball game right back up. So I'm sure they all expected this type of ball game coming into it, trading possessions, trading scores. Just who's gonna win the slugfest.
And you got to credit Terrell. They go off to such a slow start. They probably weren't expecting it, really. Of course, sometimes teams just start off pretty sluggish to begin ball games. But give credit to the Tigers. They've got things going. It's a pooch kickoff, so the Hornets may have a shot. Rogers catches it at around the 24, going to the left side, and he slips down, and he falls down at around the Huntsville 23-yard line. 17 seconds left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home for second quarter, and I imagine that Adolph is just going to take a knee. I mean, the Hornets do have 2 timeouts, but I imagine with how well Terrell's been turning the ball over, they probably want to just go ahead and send this one to the locker room. But
we'll see. Either way, again, you're not in a horrible spot. You take a shot here maybe to midfield and try to get into Hail Mary territory. Excuse me. Now they're coming out and clocking it. It looks like safety man back.
Adolph in shotgun. Of course, the Hornets like to take the knee in shotgun. He gets the snap. He kneels it, and that does it for the Heritage Oak Funeral Home for second quarter. Huntsville got off to such a great start. Adolph with 2 touchdown passes, one to Marcus Lewis and the other to Trayshawn Brown. But the Terrell Tigers are rumbling through right now. 21-14, they lead heading into the halftime locker room off of some great quarterback play by Nolan Hall. When we come back, though, me and Nick Savage will break things down in the Northside Baptist Church halftime report after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Thanksgiving. During the holiday season and all year long, Mid-South Fiber is thankful to serve their local community. Keeping homes and businesses connected to what matters most has always been their intention and priority. Whether you're streaming the Thanksgiving Day Parade with family and friends or preparing end-of-the-year financial reports online, Mid-South Fiber Internet is grateful for the trust you have put in them to keep you safe and connected. Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours.
Ready for a new ride? Then head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville and take advantage of huge savings during their year-end sales event. That's right, all remaining 24 models in stock have got to go, including everything from the rugged 2024 Ford F-Series trucks to the spacious 2024 Ford SUVs. Hurry in for the best selection and a no-bull deal today. Bill Fink Ford, straight talk, great deals. Shop online 24/7 at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
In Huntsville, we take pride in our students, their hard work, their heart, and the way they represent our community with every snap, sprint, and tackle. Huntsville Memorial Hospital is proud to stand behind our Hornet athletes as they head into the playoffs. Whether it's strength on the field or health off the field, our team is here to support our students, our families, and our community. From everyone at HMH, go Sting 'em, Hornets. Huntsville Memorial Hospital, your health, our community, our commitment.
Ready for a new ride? Then head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville and take advantage of huge savings during their year-end sales event. That's right, all remaining 24 models in stock have got to go, including everything from the rugged 2024 Ford F-Series trucks to the spacious 2024 Ford SUVs. Hurry in for the best selection and a no-bull deal today. Bill Fink Ford, straight talk, great deals. Shop online 24/7 at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, baked potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon, and as always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville. Come in and get a 1500 double cab starting at only $34,934. A Buick Encore GX starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got a 24 GMC Hummer. Take $22,000 off the MSRP. But you need to hurry in to Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practices focus on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
Nelson and Maya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson and Maya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson and Maya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
In Huntsville, we take pride in our students, their hard work, their heart, and the way they represent our community with every snap, sprint, and tackle. Huntsville Memorial Hospital is proud to stand behind our Hornet athletes as they head into the playoffs. Whether it's strength on the field or health off the field, our team is here to support our students, our families, and our community. From everyone at HMH, go Sting 'em, Hornets! Huntsville Memorial Hospital, your health, our community, our commitment.
Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville has immediate openings for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants. Service technicians that are ASE certified are preferred but not required. Looking for a great career? Wiesner Huntsville is looking for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants, and complete benefits are included. So go by today and apply. Take exit 116 on I-45 North and go past 11th Street in Huntsville. Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville is hiring.
This is the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Halftime Report, sponsored by Northside Baptist Church. Here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
We welcome you inside the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth for the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report. 21-14, Terrell Tigers on top of the Huntsville Hornets. Colonial alongside Nick Savage. Nick, just your thoughts so far on the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Huntsville got out to the start that they needed, had a chance to go up 2 scores after scoring on their opening possession, that 31-yard touchdown pass from Zay Adolph to Lewis. But, they get that fumble, aren't able to do anything with it. And Terrell shows you what they're made of. They answer right back, create a turnover of their own. They get on the board with a big rushing touchdown. And then they strike again later on with a beautiful touchdown pass with that. They come out on a 3rd and 1 at the 34-yard line in Huntsville territory, and they're able to hit a play-action fake over the top. Nobody covers the receiver, and he walks into the end zone. And then, Terrell finishes off an impressive drive with a 3-yard touchdown run to end off the first half. They go into the locker room up a score, and that's the biggest difference to me. And it's unfortunate for your Hornets because they go into the locker room, looking over at that sideline with the body language, kind of disappointed, that the score wasn't tied still. Feel like they probably could have played a touch better in the first half and maybe even had the lead had they not turned the ball over a few times. But still, you're only down a score. You're getting the football out of the break. So the Hornets are in a great spot here. And I'm sure that's the message from Coach Mavis in the locker room, like, hey, let's shake it off. Like, you're right in this ball game. You're right where we need to be.
For those that are confused on what the score is, it's 21-14, Tigers on top of the Hornets as we are here on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Well, now is the time to go ahead and dive into the Hornets' nest with Shannon Hollis. That comes your way next after this on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show coming up on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Stop any of the guys coming off the field at halftime, and most would tell you they need the rest. There's been a lot of helmet clashing and pad slapping in the first half. They need to rest and recuperate for the second half. We all need rest from the bruises and hard knocks that life can sometimes deliver. I want to suggest you come out to Northside this Sunday. Take a break from the playing field of life. Rest, recuperate, clear your mind. Make a plan for the new week ahead. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
It's time to stir up the Hornets' nest. Brought to you by Wiesner of Huntsville. Here's Shannon Hollis.
Happy Friday Night Lights, Hornet Nation fans. We appreciate you tuning in and listening to the broadcast of tonight's Hornet football playoff game here on KSAM. Here's what's buzzing. On Wednesday's edition of the Hornets Nest, we shared how much we appreciated the Huntsville community for coming to the Three Heath Brothers Not So Silent Night Christmas concert last Saturday evening. It truly was a night to remember. It bears repeating, though. We are so extremely thankful for the presenting sponsors, Postcards Magazine, and Bill Fick Ford, as well as other partners, Mid-South Electric Co-op, Terry Coleman Real Estate, Walker County Federal Credit Union, and the Huntsville Church of Christ for all their support in helping bring this wonderful concert to our community. The show was filled with wholesome entertainment for the whole family, along with the sweetest sounds of the holiday season. What's even more incredible is that 100% of the ticket sales were donated to the Huntsville ISD Social Services Department to help support our district's unhoused students, of which there are more than 200 students currently reported right here in our community facing homelessness, and even one is too many. Saying thank you just doesn't seem like enough. We are so blessed by this event and grateful that we will be able to help our HISD children and families in need this holiday season. We also shared some exciting news coming from Huntsville High School. The Huntsville High School Hornet Welding Program has a special new addition. It's an all-girls welding team. That's right, our Lady Hornet welding team has been busy making a name for themselves and Huntsville High School welding. We want to congratulate freshmen Sophia Garcia and seniors Katie Thorpe and Kayla Lambright for putting themselves and Hornet welding on the map. This all-girls welding team finished in first place at the Texas State Technical College Build-Off in Marshall back in early October. They are the first all-girls welding team for Huntsville High School and the first all-girls welding team to win a welding series build-off in a combined boys and girls competition. Way to sting 'em, ladies. Please help us congratulate the Huntsville High School's Texas Association of Future Educators, that's TAFE, and our TAFE students who recently competed. 22 of the 30 students have now advanced and will be competing at the state competition in February. We also are so proud of Hornet football for making it this far into the playoffs in this second round of the real UIL Texas High School football playoffs. Everything matters. Our team, our coaches, our trainers, the band, the cheerleaders, the GGs, and flagmen, our parents, families, friends, and fans. Thank you all for what you do to add to November Friday Night Lights. We hope after tonight's game we'll be headed to the next round. And if that happens, no matter who we play or where, we need all of you to keep showing up and showing out. So please take a break from your holiday plans and your turkey and come pack the stands and cheer loud for all of our Hornets. Remember, all official game information, including ticket links, will be shared from our Hornet Athletics website and their social media. The district will also share on our platforms. Visit the Hornet Athletics website at hornetnation.info. Let's keep on stinging them, Hornets, all the way to state. We are Huntsville, one team, one vision. Would you come build champions with us? Huntsville ISD has some employment opportunities available across the district. Would you drive our champions? We sure do need bus drivers right now, and we even provide the training. It's a great flexible job for our retirees as well as college students looking for either a morning or afternoon job or both. And we always need substitutes. So please apply online today and then join the Hornet team and come help us build champions. And this is a reminder to everyone, in case you've forgotten, we will be closed all next week, November the 24th through the 28th. Huntsville ISD will be closed for the Thanksgiving holiday. All campuses and facilities will be closed the entire week. So parents, please be sure you've made alternative plans for any child care that may be needed next week, since we won't be having any school. As we celebrate Thanksgiving, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to you, our Huntsville community, for your steadfast support of our students, staff, schools, programs, and district. We are proud of how far we've come together and excited for all we will continue to accomplish as we keep building champions. On behalf of the Huntsville ISD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Shepard, and all of Huntsville ISD administration, we wish you all a very blessed and happy Thanksgiving holiday. May you have a safe and restful break with quality time spent with family, friends, and loved ones. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. We hope you enjoy listening to the rest of tonight's playoff game here on KSAM. Good luck, Hornets. Let's sting 'em. Safe travels home to everyone.
Stop any of the guys coming off the field at halftime, and most would tell you they need the rest. There's been a lot of helmet clashing and pad slapping in the first half. They need to rest and recuperate for the second half. We all need rest from the bruises and hard knocks that life can sometimes deliver. I want to suggest you come out to Northside this Sunday. Take a break from the playing field of life. Rest, recuperate, clear your mind. Make a plan for the new week ahead. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
Welcome back to the Northside Baptist Church halftime report, live from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth at McLean Stadium, home of the Big 12 Baylor Bears in Waco, Texas. Thank you, as always, to Shannon Hollis for the Hornets' nest. Let's continue talking a little bit about the first half. It's a game of momentum. Like, I know coaches and players say, "Oh, momentum isn't a thing." I tend to disagree, because right now the momentum in this game is on Terrell's side, mainly because of that fumble, and then a few plays later that touchdown to get them in the lead. The Hornets do receive the ball out of the locker room, but you got to be thinking it's all Tigers at this point right now.
Yeah, absolutely, at least momentum-wise, but I'm sure Coach Mavis in the locker room is, hey, flush the ending of that first half, right? Again, they had some highlights, some really good plays, things they did well. Just need to limit the penalties. One thing, when you get a good first down run, second down run, limit the holding calls. Don't put yourself behind the chains, behind schedule, because that's when the drives start to fall apart. Keep feeding Trayshawn Brown, man. You got to keep giving him carries. He's explosive, and I guess getting him involved in the receiving game too. He showed he could do that with his 41-yard touchdown catch earlier in this one. But I mean, you got a chance to talk about momentum. Got a chance to flip it right back coming out of the locker room here, because the Hornets get the football to start the second half.
We'll dive a little bit more into the first half and give our halftime adjustments, as both teams are in just a few minutes are prepared to come out of their respective locker rooms. The Northside Baptist Church halftime report continues here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Colin Neal, Nick Savage. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? I'm taking time to be thankful this month. I'm thankful for my wife. Vicki and I will celebrate 51 years of marriage this month. I'm so thankful that God put me at the Emporium in the early February of 1974. Does anybody remember that place? On that night, God had Vic walk by the hood of a car I was sitting on. I asked her for a date the next night. She married an undertaker and wound up with a preacher. She's been the rock of my life. She helped guide me to Jesus. She stood with me all these years of ministry. She never questions when I have to change plans because someone needs me. I thank God for this woman that he put in my life. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out on the web at nbchuntsville.com. Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on KSAM.
Welcome back. Northside Baptist Church halftime report continues on as we are just a few minutes away from continuing this fantastic and very physical ball game, to say the least. Once again, Terrell Tigers up 21-14 on the Huntsville Hornets. Just real quick, I kind of want to point something out, and I'm gonna go ahead and give one of my keys real quick, if you don't mind here, Nick.
Absolutely. This is your show.
Here's the one thing on the defensive side of the ball but I think it's gonna be the main key. They gotta really learn how to read Nolan Hall.
Yeah.
Hall's been fantastic back there for Terrell. I'll give him all the credit that he deserves. I'm not gonna sit here and be ignorant to the fact of how good he has been. He's been fooling the defense, especially with his backs in the backfield, and Hamburg Jr. and Julian Ashley. If you find a way to read him, and most importantly, stay disciplined, you can slow down that Terrell offense like you did early on in this game and on a couple of drives, even after they scored. And I'll give mine offensively real quick. Just take care of the football. Nick, I'll let you have the floor.
I agree with you there. No more turnovers. You've spent all your turnovers. Can't afford any more here in the second half.
The currency has run dry.
I would find a way to build more confidence for Zay Adolph throwing the football. We know he's a good runner. He can run the football well, but maybe get him going on some quick hitters, extensions of the run game, some screen passes, build some confidence there, and we'll see if they can get him going in the passing game. And absolutely, your point about Hall. Again, Terrell came in not allowing any sacks on the season. That's a huge credit to the offensive line, but also we've seen partially why, because Hall does not go down on first contact. First defender there has not brought him down so far tonight. So, I mean, if the Hornets can wrap up and prevent the yards after the first touch of the defender, and they can wrap up and bring them down for some TFLs, that'll go a long, long way in limiting this Terrell offense and hopefully keep them off the board. And again, hopefully the Huntsville offense can get it going here early on this first drive.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody just a little bit ago. I was talking to our good friend of the Huntsville item, Colton Foster. I told him, you got him in a good position, but hey, you could have been in a much better position heading to the locker room, especially since you're receiving out of halftime.
Absolutely, but again, we talked about it already. Can't really harp on that as much as you'd like to play the man. If we would have done this or that, and we'd be in such a different spot. You can't harp on that. You got 24 minutes to come out to play for your season, for these seniors who want their high school football careers to keep going. Some of these guys will never play competitive football again. So again, you got to dig deep, think back to those summer two-a-days that built up that toughness, and go and be ready for battle here in this second half, because same thing for Terrell. They don't want to stop. They're 11-0. They don't want to lose. They don't want their first loss of the season to end their season. So, you can expect a huge, huge fight from the Tigers, but I know we can expect one from the Hornets as well.
The Hornets are coming out of their locker room. I'm pretty sure Terrell's not too far behind, and I'll do it for the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Folks, we still got plenty of football left to go between the Huntsville Hornets and the Terrell Tigers. 21-14 Tigers with the advantage. We'll see what happens in the second half on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
This has been the Northside Baptist Church Huntsville Hornets halftime report. Stay tuned for more Huntsville High School football on KSAM.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is a game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. We've got great deals on the 25s. Come in and get a 1500 crew cab starting at only $39,890, or Chevy Trax starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got the Chevy Equinox EV starting at only $39,995. But you need to hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The future of home comfort is here. The Carrier Infinity System delivers premium home heating and cooling with low energy costs. Call 936-295-9173 today and ask me what you can do to better your home comfort and take advantage of lower utility bills. Carrier, turn to the experts. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number TACLA 26079C. Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. 936-295-9173. Looking for that fresh fade or clean cut that turns heads? Come to Versatile Hair Studio 2, Huntsville's premier barbershop for men and women. Our professional barbers take the time to know your style, so you always leave looking and feeling your best. They specialize in fades, hot towel razor shaves with a steamer, shear work, neck shaves, eyebrow trims, black masks, and edge ups. Everything you need to stay sharp. Next to Grand Buffet, call 936-439-4064. Versatile Hair Studio 2, where your look gets the attention it deserves.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Welcome back to McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage in the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. The clock strikes 8:30 p.m. Central Time as we are prepared for the start of the second half. Folks, just want to remind you that tonight's audio-only broadcast of Huntsville Hornets football is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, any other intents and descriptions and accounts of the game will not be used without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics.
Did you just do that with no script? That's pretty impressive.
Hey,
Off the dome over here, wow.
Yeah, I realized that I didn't have a script, and I was like, oh. Man, that got me laughing a little bit. But, hey,
sorry.
Welcome back. Hey, I will say thank you to all who are tuning in on the broadcast this evening. We got the Huntsville Hornet faithful that couldn't make the trip out tonight in Waco, and we also have quite a bit of Terrell Tigers fans tuning in.
Even some Sock fans trying to figure out who they're playing next week, or they're listening in. So,
they came out with a big victory over Mount Pleasant.
Yep.
I'm sure that was kind of a little bit of a hard-earned victory on their part because there was an abundance of rain delays, I remember correctly, and they had to move the game at a point too. I think they had to move the game up a day, or if I remember correctly. How about y'all jumping in the comments just to kind of correct me, because I feel like they had to move that game, like time-wise or venue-wise. But of course, the winner of this game between Terrell and Huntsville will take on, the school you probably heard of, South Oak Cliff. So.
Impressive program for sure.
South Oak Cliff did eliminate the Huntsville Hornets last year. But like I said, though, the Hornets will receive out of the halftime locker room. Terrell will kick things off as Abundus lays down the ball on the tee. I think it might be kind of a cliche here, but I feel like I think Huntsville should definitely try to go for some points. Definitely need some points here on this drive.
Oh yeah, that would be huge. You don't. Again, if they don't score, not the end of the world. You just put it back on your defense, but tying this game up would be huge.
But this kicks it away right to KJ Betts. He at the goal line, crossed the 10 to 15, and he's going to get hit bigly. Looks like Weber's on the hit list thanks to more of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely. Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach others for Christ. Wiesner of Huntsville, home of the bottom line. And Huntsville Hornet football is presented by WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality, your local HVAC experts.
We start the third quarter. The Huntsville Hornets will, rather I should say, from their own 17-yard line. They do have to go quite a long way if they want to try for any points of any kind. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right side. Berkson Brown in the backfield with Adolph. 1 tight end. Adolph gets the snap. He hands it off to Brown. Stiffs arm a Tiger across the 20. Could be marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll mark him officially down at the Huntsville 21. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
Decent pickup on first down there. Dabney, there he is again. First play out of the locker room, making a tackle. He's been a thorn in the side of this Huntsville offense. He's having a heck of a ball game, but good job there staying horizontal with Brown as he was trying to find the edge. But again, not a bad play on first down for the Hornets.
2 backs in the back, 2 receivers right once again. Burks and Brown in the backfield. Burks this time, no, it's Adolph with the ball, trying to run to the left side, but he's going to get swallowed up. No gain on the play. And I think that's our guy again.
Yeah, he was in on that tackle, but the whole time, you know, they were bringing Adolph to the ground. I was thinking, man, hold on to that ball, hug it, take care of it like it's your baby. Again, can't afford any more turnovers in this second half. Already turned it over twice in the first half, led to some points for the Tigers. Can't do it again.
Yeah, it looks like Keenan Morrow was on the tackle. He's also been making some noise on the defensive end for the Terrell Tigers. 2 receivers, both right and left side. Hornets going right to left on your radio dial.
Terrell showing pressure.
Adolph is looking to the sideline, getting a new play call. Brown signals with Adolph. He gets the snap. Adolph does. Looking to his left. Now goes to the right. Scrambling to the right at the 11. Throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for KJ Betts. Dabney with the great pass breakup. And the Hornets start the second half with a 3-and-out.
That was actually Kenneth Allen Jr. over there on the PBU. But, man, just a fantastic job. First things first, the pressure from the Terrell defensive line caused Adolph to roll away, and he had a, you know, he was open for a touch was KJ Betts, but again, the defender doing a great job of cutting off the route to the football and knocking it away. 3-and-out.
Terrell with all kinds of playmakers on defense. High punt, and that is a shank. And that's going to bounce at the Huntsville 35, and it will go out of bounds at the Huntsville 40. Not the greatest start in the world for Huntsville.
Yeah, they're pretty much starting in no man's land and plus territory, so they're going to go for the touchdown here, no doubt. And, man, you just put your defense in a rough spot for their first outing of this second half.
And here comes Terrell's offense. Led by Nolan Hall. 1 receiver right, 2 backs in the backfield, tight ends as well. Hall, under center, gets the snap, hands it off to Hamburg Jr. up the middle. He breaks a tackle, and there's nothing but green grass in front of him. Into the yellow end zone, touchdown. Terrell with 10:02 left to go in the third quarter. They get out to a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, Hambrick Jr. with the dive right between the right guard and the center. And, man, the oceans parted for him. He was only touched on the shoulder pad as he sprinted to the end zone there. And, yeah, closest one to him was Brent Carroll.
17 once again for the point after.
Not the way you wanted started the second half.
Abundus extra point is good right through the uprights. 28-14, Tigers on top of the Hornets. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville has immediate openings for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants. Service technicians that are ASE certified are preferred but not required. Looking for a great career? Wiesner Huntsville is looking for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants, and complete benefits are included. So go by today and apply. Take exit 116 on I-45 North and go past 11th Street in Huntsville. Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville is hiring.
The hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage. Roderick Hambrick Jr. with the touchdown and the extra point, putting the Tigers out front 28-14 with 10:02 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, not the way you wanted to come out of the locker room if you're Huntsville. Game's not over by any means. There's so much time left. But, you know, you go 3 and out on offense, and then the first play, Terrell runs, you know, on their offensive side, they score a touchdown. So a bit of a deeper hole now, but again, plenty of game clock left in this one. Just got to find a way to shore up that defense, find a little offensive rhythm.
Abundance kicks this off, and it's going to go spiraling towards Trayshawn Brown across the 10, the 15, dazzles across the 20, and he's going to be brought down at the 21-yard line of Huntsville, and that's where they're going to start.
And that's the guy you want to lean on right there, number 5. It's going to come down to him and how much he can carry the offense here, because he's been the most explosive player for the Hornets all season long. And again, when you're in this spot with the season on the line here in the area round of the playoffs, you got to go to your best players, your senior leaders, and dig a little deep.
Let's see what happens here with Adolph in shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left of Adolph. Starting from the Huntsville 21, 9:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Brown in the backfield with Adolph. Adolph gets a snap, hands it off to Brown, and why not to the left side. Stiffs arm a Tiger, gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They're probably going to give him a yard or so on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they're trying to work Brown outside a little bit more here to start the second half. We saw him have a lot of success running through the line in the first half. I wonder if they'll start to shift back towards that. And again, I still want to see Adolph get a few easy completions here, build some momentum there.
Adolph gets the high snap, hands it off to Brown to the right side this time, and breaks a tackle at the legs, trying to truck stick a Tiger, but he's not going to get anywhere past the 25. He's going to be down at the Huntsville 25. They need to get to the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 coming up. It feels like this is probably the biggest first down they need to try to pick up.
Well, Terrell's defense is so good at swarming, so good at gang tackling. It's never a one-on-one situation for them. It feels like, you know, Brown, the ball carrier, will meet a defender, and you blink and there's 3 more red jerseys around him. So that's just, they've keyed in on Brown, and that's kind of stifled Huntsville.
Both sides of the ball for Terrell have been quite disciplined. Adolph gets the high snap. He's looking downfield, looking to his left. He scrambles. He's got some room if he wants to run. Throws it to Lewis through the hands, and incomplete. Would have been good enough for the first down. But nonetheless, it's another 3 and out for the Hornets.
Man, they had C.J. Rogers wide open, streaking over the middle of the field. But once again, that Terrell pressure comes from Zay Adolph's blind side, so he kind of has to roll away from it as Rogers is moving opposite of him. So there's just no way he can get the ball to the wide open receiver, and man, just have to settle for a punt here.
Better punt for Kulak this time. It bounces at the 42 of Terrell. Rolls and rolls, and then brought down. For some reason, picking it up was Weber, and then I couldn't see who made the tackle for Huntsville, but that could have been that was a very risky play. He probably could have just let that roll, but thankfully, you know, best case scenario happens, it doesn't go anywhere close to their own end zone.
Yeah, Weber, I don't think as he was retreating to pick that one up, I don't think he knew exactly where the closest defender was, so he was just going to try to scoop it up and cut back and take off, but yeah, Huntsville's all over him.
Yeah, you can see him getting a talking to possibly by the special teams coordinator for Terrell. And the offense for Terrell's back on the field, albeit this time not in typical field position, to say the least, as Hall is now under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Hall gets the snap, hands it off to Ashley. Ashley stiffs arm Mavis across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. A flag's flying, and it goes out of bounds. Ashley does at around the Huntsville 39-yard line, but this could be coming back.
They're going to get Ryan Thomas. It's still going to be a positive gain for them because this flag came around the 35 is what they're going to say. So it should be a spot foul. So it'll be a net gain of about 5 yards on that run, but you know, crisis averted there. Too much wide open space for 2 plays for Terrell here in the second half.
Yeah, it just seems like Huntsville is just, the defense in this case is just looks slow right now. They They didn't have that. They had a swarm mentality that they kind of had at the beginning of the game.
Not necessarily slow, just a lot to process in the backfield. What's going on? Who's got the ball? Where's it going?
Hall under center, one back in the backfield. Hamburg Jr. gets the handoff, and he's stopped. Jumps over a defender. It was Brent Carroll with the tackle, but Hamburg Jr. with the jump gains a couple of extra yards.
I think he was trying to hurdle over Carroll, but just catches his right foot on Carroll's helmet and kind of somersaults him over. Good to see both those players get back up all right.
It was a gain of 9 on the play. The ball at Terrell 32.
And here you go. Here's the issue. Up 2 scores. Now Terrell can take their sweet, sweet time. No more tempo for them.
Yeah, they've really slowed things down. They can do anything here on second and short. And it's a handoff up the middle. That is Hamburg Jr. again, and man, he is just physical. He is going to get brought down at the Terrell 38-yard line. Gain of 6, good enough for a first down.
The physicality has shifted in favor of Terrell. Early in this ball game, Huntsville was winning both lines of scrimmage, but that has shifted. Terrell offensive line, again, very experienced, haven't given up a sack yet this season, and they are imposing their will in this one. And I'm sure this is their favorite time because they got a lead and it's time to run the football, so they just get to get scrappy.
Same formation on the wing T. Hall under center, hands it off to Hamburg Jr. once again, but he's going to get tripped up. Rather, that's not Hamburg Jr. It's actually going to be Brian White Jr. on the carry. It'll be second down and medium as he's brought down at the 45 in tempo. Terrell goes with Hall under center once again, kind of the same formation. Hall gets the snap. This time it hands it off back to Brian White Jr., but he's going to get stopped for no gain on the play at the Terrell 44. They need to get to the 48. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Trey Scott back-to-back plays with the tackle there. That one even bigger than the last because it's a stop for no gain. And now a chance to possibly force a punt and get the football back and try to chip into this 2-score lead.
Ryan Thomas now, the receiver up top. Also along with him, I believe, couldn't really see that number. Handoff this, though, on the snap to Hambrick Jr. He's going to get stopped. And they took a long time to call that play dead. It's going to be short of the first down, though.
They're going to go for this.
Julian Ashley on the carry, I should say. And let's see what they do here.
They're going to go heavy personnel. They're going to go, under center, all 11 in a box. You got to watch for that play action fake. This would be a great time to go for that once again. It's worked once tonight for Terrell.
I'm looking at LeBron Tucker in the backfield, and LeBron Tucker does get the snap, and is he short?
They're going to give
No, they're going to give it to him. It'll be a first down for the Tigers.
Man, he needed a half yard. He got like 3/4 of a yard, enough for a first down for them. Unfortunate for Huntsville, but keeps the drive alive for Terrell, and they can kind of slow things down once again.
5:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Terrell up 28-14 on Huntsville. Lots of shift in personnel for the Tigers. Going up top now once again is Ryan Thomas up top. Moving left to right is Terrell on your radio dial. Fakes the toss, hands it off this time to Oscar Soto. Left side, he's broke a few tackles, but he's only going to gain 1 on the play. Looks like Trey Scott III was on the tackle.
Man, yeah, they had him. It was only a yard gain, but they had him for a loss in the backfield. Once again, it's not just Nolan Hall. It's a culture thing for the Tigers. They say they're not going to get brought down by the first guy that they meet. They're going to be slippery and get off tackles, and they've done that all night tonight.
Tucker and Ashley in the backfield. Snap. Ashley gets the toss across the 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5 into the end zone, touchdown. But there is a flag on the play in the backfield, and this could be coming back.
Yeah, it's in the area of holding. I think it's coming back. That's why he got around the corner so clean. It was a hold.
Yeah, you can see the line judge telling him, the white hat. Justice Simmons with the infraction on the play. Terrell crowd not liking the call at all.
I didn't hear the number, but yeah, they got they got a defender by the neck there on the left edge, or the right edge, I should say. So clear hold there. Good call by the referees.
You know what I've kind of been keeping an eye on? You can see Nolan Hall going out near the sideline of Terrell. He's getting a play call right there. And then now you see Noah Lewis, who is now in the game at receiver, telling him the call. Then Hall runs all the way down to the left hash. It's a very interesting sequence of play calling, to say the least. But, hey, it's been effective so far this season for the undefeated Tigers. Hall under center once again. He hands it off to Tucker up the middle, and he's going to get stopped for a couple of yards. A gain of 2 on the play officially. It'll be 3rd down and 17 coming up from the Terrell 42. This could be a big right here if Huntsville can just get the stop. It is a 3rd and 17, albeit we saw what happened with the Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans last night at 4th and 27 converted, so anything is possible.
Yeah, absolutely. But, again, you get a wing T offense this deep behind the marker. They're going to throw the football most likely, unless they're going to try to play the field position game, which wouldn't be a bad call either for them up 2 scores.
That's probably what they're going to do here, and that is going to be a false
that ain't going to help.
That is going to be on number 31, Justice Simmons.
He had the snap count wrong. They were going on 2. He went on 1.
3:28 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 28-14 Tigers on top of the Hornets. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 22. Pretty sure Huntsville are going to just stack up the box. They've been stacking the box all night. They have 7 in the box right now. Kind of 8. Hall looking downfield, throws it to the boundary on the left side, complete, but it is well short of the first down pass to Ryan Thomas, and the punting unit comes out for the Tigers. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, though. They chewed off a lot of clock.
They did, but, I mean, there you go. There's the vulnerability of running this offense, the vertical passing game outside of, some play actions. When you have to throw the ball downfield and the defense knows it's coming, not very effective.
Landon Fisher is now out to receive this punt instead of KJ Betts usually for the Hornets. Abundus, and it's a fake going down and then making a catch, but it's stopped at the Huntsville 42-yard line. They needed the 41. It was a fake that worked out, but not at the end of the execution. It was a pass to Edward Robinson, I believe, and he just gets tackled. Can't see who the number was, I believe.
That was David Brown with another special teams tackle. He's made a couple of those tonight, but
that's such an
the play call almost worked. If I'm Terrell, I don't hate it up 2 scores. Their defense has been playing great here in the second half, so I don't hate it, but great job by the Huntsville special teams unit to prevent that from being converted.
Adolph in the backfield, he hands off to Brown. Brown has a hole. He trucks through a Tiger across the 50 down to the 45, and that is the first Mocha Attorneys at Law first down of the second half for the Huntsville Hornets, and they want to try to move quickly. 2:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter, down 2 scores.
There you go. Don't let him get rolling. He is the most dangerous weapon on this offense for Huntsville. Let's see if they can get him in some open space.
Don't forget, you also have Jacavian Burks in the backfield. He has been a great RB2 this season for the Hornets. Adolph motions Fisher, fakes the handoff on the jet sweep to Fisher. Adolph has some room, and he's not going to be able to get past into the 3rd level. He's going to get brought down at the Terrell 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Boy, Jarius Singletary just knocking people off the line of scrimmage, looking for work once he works through one defender, and a good pickup there on 1st down for Huntsville.
2 receivers left, 2 running backs in the backfield with Adolph, and that is going to be a false start.
We'll see.
And the Huntsville is saying that the Terrell Tigers prompted them to jump off sides, jumping into the neutral zone. Head coach Todd Mavis is arguing it's against Terrell. The officials gather around. All that matters now is what the white hat will say. Let's find out.
Okay, so, they called delay of game. Yeah, disconcerting signals is what the call is there.
You don't see that very often, Saw a very interesting delay game on the defense last week, Delaware against Sam Houston. One of the defensive players got angry that he literally started clapping. And
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that as Adolph gets to snap in the shotgun. Almost a broken play, though. He wanted to hand off to Burks, but, hey, it works out. The pile still rumbles across the 35 of Terrell, down at the Terrell 34-yard line. It's enough for a Mocha Tourneys at law first down. 1:19 left to go in the third quarter.
It wasn't almost a broken play. It was a broken play. I don't think Adolph was ready for that snap or something was off. No, he was ready for it. It's just, okay, so the running backs, that's Burks and Brown, ran into each other in the mesh, and Adolph had nowhere to go with it, so he just took off and turned it into something positive there. Gets a first down out of it.
One receiver left, one receiver right, two backs, shotgun. Lewis on the left side, Adolph hands it off to Brown to the right side. Brown trying to cut more towards the boundary. He probably should have just kept going forward because he had some space. It's only a game of about 2 or 3 on the play. 37 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Now they'll have to snap the ball, play clock at 28, 30 seconds remaining on the quarter clock. So one more play here for Huntsville.
I'm really surprised the Hornets have not tried to attack the Tigers defense more vertically because the receivers have been beating them.
Got to set it up. Got to run the football. I think that's what they're doing.
Let's see what happens here. 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jet sweep, no, fake jet sweep as Adolph keeps himself up the middle.
He lost it.
And he lost it. Signal.
Ball on the ground.
Let's see. And it's going to be a Hornet recovery, and it will be a third down in a medium coming up. Marvin Sadberry Jr. is emphatic right now to the line judge.
They're still talking about it.
Yeah.
So here's a replay.
The
oh,
white
no,
hat
they say it was Terrell's ball.
Yeah, the white hat just pointed towards Terrell's
out.
side. It was out and recovered by Terrell. There was a fight for it, but either way, it's Terrell ball. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas. Having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets. KSAM.
Back immediately as Ashley across the 50, 40, 35-30, 25-20, 10-5 into the end zone. Touchdown, a long run, 71 yards, and the Tigers have broken this game open. Coming off of a fumble by Zay Adolph. You said it, Nick. They couldn't turn the ball over. They turned it over in the second half. And they
immediately, leads to points. And again, on that fumble, forced fumble, Caden Dabney, who else, forced another one. That's 4 fumbles tonight forced by the Terrell defense, and they recovered 3 of them. And what is that, 14 points off turnovers now for Terrell, and it's getting late for Huntsville here. 12 minutes to work with, down a few scores.
High snap, the point after is blocked. Huntsville can return this for 2, across 30, 40, 50, and tackled down is David Brown. So it was blocked. Now it's 34-14, Tigers over the Hornets, and that signals the end of the third quarter. We got one final quarter to go. Huntsville's hopes of staying alive in the playoffs are on the line. We'll be back after this in 60 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Life's journey is filled with love and memories and shared moments. When that journey ends, the path forward can feel overwhelming. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville understands, and we're here to help. We're more than just a funeral home. We're your friends and neighbors right by your side through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you honor your loved one's unique story with care and dignity. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. We can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
34-14, Tigers on top of the Hornets. The fourth quarter set to get underway off of this kickoff by Abundis. And the Hornets' chances of staying alive in the postseason are dwindling by the second. Pooch kickoff. It is going to be returned by Harrison to the left side across the 30 and down at the 32-yard line. That's where the Hornets try to start. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Welcome back. While we have some time, let's thank some more of our wonderful sponsors.
Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider. Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. And Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law. For your estate planning, real estate, or business law needs, call Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law, serving Huntsville since 1971.
Hornets are going to need to drive up something here quickly. Brown gets the snap to the left side. Almost got to the third level. He had green grass in front of him.
Yeah, had to make one man miss, but he caught him on the hip and brought him down in open space. Number 19, good tackle by O'Brien there. But again, Trayshawn trying to do everything he can to will his team back into this one. Under 12 minutes to work with here, down 20.
A gain of 9. Adolph drops back, looking downfield, trying to look for Rogers that was running a corner route, and Adolph will just run out of bounds. But it looks like that he will have enough for the Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law first down. He will, as he is going to be marked at the Huntsville 41.
That's really good to see from a young quarterback, not trying to force anything downfield, trying to orchestrate a comeback here. He knew he had first down yardage if he just tucked it and ran, and that's exactly what he did, keeps the drive alive.
It is a 3-possession game, 34-14, 11-16 to go in the fourth quarter. Adolph looking back for new signals. 3 receivers right, 1 back in the backfield, 1 tight end. Adolph gets snap, hands off to Brown. Brown with another burst of speed. He will be brought down in Terrell territory at the 49-yard line. That's good enough for another Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law first down. Huntsville trying to hurry things up a little bit here.
Man, you can tell Brown is just an absolute workhorse, giving everything his all late in this one. And another big chunk run for him tonight. He's had quite a few of them.
Adolph motions Rogers, gets the snap, hands it off to Brown once again, trying to find his way across the LOS. He does. He will be stopped at the Terrell 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 3. It'll be second down and 7, 10:35 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if Huntsville shows a little bit of urgency here. Again, they still got plenty of time left here in the fourth quarter, but
they need to hurry up, though.
Yeah, you'd expect a little bit of urgency in between these plays, trying to fight back down 20.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver left from the Terrell 46-yard line. 10:09 left to go in the game. Flag comes
Free
out.
play.
Adolph going downfield. He has Rogers across the 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Huntsville. Adolph with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
They're going to call this on Huntsville.
And I saw it to the line judge. It may or may not have been a legal man downfield. Or it was right as the snap happened, it may have been illegal formation.
5 men in the backfield, legal formation.
More than 4 in the backfield. That is not what you want. That could have brought some spark, and 6 points wiped off the board just like that.
Man, that's just, it's almost a net negative in like momentum building, right? Because you go from the highest of highs thinking you just scored a touchdown to start clawing your way back into it to, nope, you're actually going to lose yardage and bring it back. So that's a tough blow, and another penalty that hurts Huntsville. One too many of those tonight.
It's been quite a few plays like that for Huntsville where they get such a big play and it's negated by an offensive penalty. Adolph now dropping back. He's going to try to pass again, feeling the pressure, scrambles up the middle. He gets past the line of scrimmage. No, he's actually going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage, so that is officially going to go down as a sack. Looks like making the tackle, one of the DTs I was telling you all about earlier, Benny Hickman. They're going to say it was a quarterback keep, so it's not officially a sack, but Adolph did drop back intentionally trying to throw the football, so I'll give Hickman a sack on that one. Third down and 12, 9:25 left to go in this ball game. 34-14, Terrell on top of Huntsville. Terrell is in the driver's seat. Huntsville trying to catch up. Through receivers right, Adolph gets the snap, hands it off to Burks, but he is going to get stuffed. Man, oh man, nothing is going right for Huntsville right now.
I think that play call was trying to set up a fourth and manageable is what you usually are thinking there when you run it on third down midfield, but it doesn't help when the Terrell defense was absolutely ready for it and met Burks in the hole and no gain. So now what's your best 14 play, right? Like, what do you draw up?
Well, I mean, I've asked the coach before, and usually, logically speaking, they don't have a sort of set play for this kind of situation. Maybe go into the back of the play. Adolph drops back on the snap, though, looking downfield. He's feeling the pressure, has to hustle, throws it to Fisher. He makes the man miss. No, he is brought down at the original line of scrimmage.
Kenneth Allen Jr.
Wow.
What an open field tackle made by him, and excellent effort there made by Landon Fisher. Almost made him miss, but it was a shoestring tackle made by the Terrell defense. And yeah, Allen Jr. doing what he needs to do to give his offense back the ball and a chance to drain some precious clock here. 3 timeouts still remaining for the Hornets, plus that 2-minute timeout. So
I'm sure South Oak Cliff is watching right now, and I think they might be already preparing for their next opponent, because it is right now not looking good for Huntsville with 8:20 left to go in the game, down 34-14. Hall gets a snap. He hands it off up the middle. Looks like it's Hamburg Jr. on the carry. He's going to get brought down in Huntsville territory at the 47-yard line. Man, the trio back there, no matter who it is back there, I mean, you got Hall back there, of course, as your QB. But, man, you got Hamburg Jr. and almost touch on the name, Julian Ashley, and then you have a guy like LeBron Tucker that can just come in and get you those tough yardages, and man, that's just
the strength of this type of offense, man. You got all kinds of people who can carry the ball.
Hall under center 2, backs in the back, gets the snap, hands it off to Ashley, going to the right side. He has a hole. There might have been a holding. There will be, as he is across the 30 and dances out of bounds. This is going to come back, though. I saw it. Christian Gordon will be the one on the infraction. I mean, as soon as you tug the jersey, kind of like that horse collar area of the jersey on the front of the player's chest, you're going to get called for that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Huntsville's white jerseys will pop to those referees, and they saw it. I think that's like only the second or so offensive penalty that's really bit Terrell tonight.
It's kind of why you got to wear white gloves.
Yeah, get away with it.
Yeah, that's what they do, though. The offensive linemen, they do it to where they try to match the other team's jerseys so that maybe the offensive lineman can kind of get away with a few penalties. It's quite an interesting tactic, to say the least. It's quite brilliant. 7.5 minutes to go left in this ballgame. No, Hall tosses it in the backfield to Ashley from the Terrell 43-yard line. He breaks a tackle. He breaks a couple more. And man, oh man, is it a first down? A flag flies as well. Mavis missed a big tackle.
Is this going to be face mask, yep, on the defense. So tack on 15.
It's a from the Terrell 43 down to the Huntsville 39-yard line, a gain of about 22-23 at 15 yards. It's basically almost almost doubling the play for you.
Yeah.
Man, that's just not good.
This kind of goes without saying, 7 minutes and counting down 20, score here. Pretty much puts this one on ice for the Tigers.
Terrell taking their sweet time. One receiver left, 2 backs in the back, as always, from the Huntsville 23. Hall tosses it to Ashley. Ashley to the left side. He's going to get brought down by Trey Scott III. While we have some time, let's thank some more of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home, your hometown funeral home. Frank's Taco Station in Riverside, Country Kitchen, tacos, and more. And Nelson Amaya's Collision Center. Honest work, quality service. And one more. Murray Insurance and Financial Services, an agency you can trust.
6:22 left to go in this ball game. I know they don't have ESPN FPI index for win probability index, rather, I should say, for high school games, but it's going in more and more favor Terrell. Ashley getting the handoff on the snap from Hall, and some extracurricular activities going on there. Some frustration boiling for Huntsville. It's a gain of a couple on the play. It'll be 3rd down and medium coming up inside the red zone at the Hornet 19-yard line. They need the 13, 3rd and 6.
And this is 4-down territory, you'd think, for Terrell as well here. Just run a play, set you up with 4th and short, and try to run it down one more time on Huntsville.
All under center once again, 2 backs again. Gets the snap. He hands it off to Ashley. He's not going to get not much more than a yard. It's going to be 4th down and 5 coming up. And I wonder if they're just going to go ahead and just bring the field goal unit out, or if they're going to
I don't see them.
the offense out there.
They're leaving the offense out there. This is a win-win situation, I think, for Terrell here. If you don't get it, you're going to burn more clock. If you do, you keep the drive alive. And if you don't get it, again, it's a, 80-plus yard field for the Hornets to try to get on the board.
Yeah, inside 5 minutes to go, that's for sure.
Yep.
Terrell breaks from their huddle, rather, I should say. Hall under center, 2 backs in the back. Hands it off to Hamburg Jr., and he is going to rumble his way past the 1st down marker. Marked down at the 11-yard line of Huntsville. Good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, just got to tip your cap there to the physicality and the want of Hamburg Jr. there. He wanted that 1st down, fought for it, and got it. And just keeps this drive alive, keeps ticking that clock down under 5 minutes now, under 4.5 minutes, I should say. And again, it's getting late here for Huntsville. Need a turnover badly.
4:20 left to go in the game in the 4th quarter. Same formation, Hall under center. From the 11-yard line, gets the snap, hands it off. This time, though, it is to not Ashley. It was handed off to Jordan Mwambila. And then timeout.
Coach Mavis is going to start using his timeouts here.
Yeah, and that's going to take us to University Heights Baptist Church. Timeout back after this.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church, and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is a game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on KSAM.
4:02 left to go from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth in Waco, Texas at McLean Stadium, home of the Baylor Bears. I'm Colin Neal alongside Nick Savage. Let's thank some more of our wonderful sponsors while we have the time.
Yeah, University Heights Baptist Church, cultivating people who make Jesus known through the lives we live and conversations we have. Huntsville Hornet football is presented by WA Air Conditioning, Heating, and Air Quality, your local HVAC experts, in Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day.
You know, I always like to quote the Aerosmith song Dream On, and yeah, there's a lyric in there. Sometimes, in order to know how to win, you sometimes have to know how to lose. And this is, and as Hall gets the snap, tosses it in the backfield to Ashley. He's going to get down to the 4-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play, 3rd and goal coming up, and Mavis is going to go ahead and call his second charge timeout, the University Heights Baptist Church timeout. We'll keep it right here, but I was saying that you got to know how to lose in order to know how to win, and you know what Mavis has done in his first season. I mean, this team kind of looked dead to rights at one point, especially after the Montgomery game, the Montgomery game, and they got that big win against Dayton. They went on a roll, ended the season on a big winning streak. Went to Marshall on the road and got the victory in the by-district, 21-7. Sometimes, though, like with a lot of teams, there's only one winner, in this case in 5A Division II, and, you know, looks like it's not the year for the Hornets.
No, but again, like you mentioned, first year for Coach Mavis, and you're in the playoffs, you're in the area round, you're at McLean Stadium. Again, I know, you know, some Hornet fans probably don't want to hear it right now, but a good building block year for a first-year head coach. And some valuable reps for some of these younger players.
Hall under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Hamburg Jr. gets the handoff, trucks his way into the end zone. Another touchdown for Terrell, and that puts the final nail in the coffin. It's 40-14, Tigers over the Hornets, pending the point after attempt.
Yeah, that'll about do it for Huntsville, unless, again, crazy things happen in Texas high school football sometimes, but Terrell defense just in the second half has been lights out, so going to be a really, really tall task to ask the Huntsville offense.
Snap's good, hold is good, the kick is up and is good. We'll be back in 60 seconds, 3:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. 41-14, Tigers on top of the Hornets.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The future of home comfort is here. The Carrier Infinity system delivers premium home heating and cooling with low energy costs. Call 936-295-9173 today and ask me what you can do to better your home comfort and take advantage of lower utility bills. Carrier, turn to the experts. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number TACLA 26079C. Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. 936-295-9173.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Stingham Hornets.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth at McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears, Big 12 team, of course, home of the 6-time Southwestern Conference champions and 3-time Big 12 champions. Kick is off, and it will go into the end zone. 3:47 left to go in this ball game. Down 27 points. That last touchdown, if it hadn't already, probably just all but sealed the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, chance for some valuable reps here for some of these seniors. Again, Trayshawn Brown gonna possibly take the field for the last time as a Huntsville Hornet. And on that offensive line, Trey Williams, Caleb Cruz, Buddy Moreno, Victor Alawode, a lot of seniors going to get a chance to rep their school one more time on offense.
Empty backfield for Adolph from the 25, drops back, He's going deep. It was tipped, though, and it's going to be incomplete.
Just a story of the second half right there. Terrell defense has just been absolutely suffocating.
That Terrell band is playing loud and proud right now. It's all quiet on the Huntsville side of things. Empty backfield once again. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Huntsville going from left to right on your radio dial. 3:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. 41-14. Tigers on top of the Hornets. Adolph gets a snap. He takes a few steps, dropping. He's going to get brought down in the backfield. And who would you know? One of the guys that has been a thorn in the side for the Hornets all night, Keenan Morrow, with the sack.
Yeah, it's been Keenan Morrow and Kadon Dabney. You can give them both Defensive Player of the Game if you're giving that award for Terrell. And he picks up a sack to go along with his night.
They're just a good football team.
All around, yeah. They've proved it. They've earned that 11-0. They're about to earn 12-0.
5 receivers set once again, 3 right, 2 left. Adolph in the backfield, 3rd and 17 with 3 minutes to go. He's looking downfield. He's going to probably bomb it to Rogers, and he cannot get it to him. He had the distance, but was just off the mark to the right of Rogers running a go route. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 17 coming up, and this might be, in all intents and purposes, the last play of the offense. No, they're just going to go ahead and bring out the punting unit as Caleb Kulak will be taking his last punt in his Hornet career.
Yeah, just off the mark, a touch by Adolph. Again, only in his sophomore season. When you start thinking about next year and what this Huntsville squad has coming back, you circle Zay Adolph as the key building block for the offense and the team going into his upperclassman years.
The punt was a decent one. It's down, though, at the 46-yard line of Terrell. And with 2:42 left to go in the fourth quarter, I'm sure Terrell is going to just talk a little bit, and they're going to go head on back out to the field and probably run the ball a few times, get it down to the 2-minute timeout, take a knee, and they'll be going back home to the northeast pretty happy.
Absolutely. It's going to set up a big game next weekend, or next week, I should say, Thanksgiving week matchup against South Oak Cliff. 2 really clashing styles there. That'll be an interesting one.
Hall under center. He's going to toss it in the backfield to Hambrick Jr. Rather, that's going to be Brian White Jr. Rather, I should say. 2.5 minutes left to go.
And when South Oak Cliff turns on the film to, try to learn something from this game, they're going to turn on that first half and take a look at what the Huntsville defensive line was doing in that first quarter. They were dominating the trenches, but again, the physicality, just Terrell's done it all year, and they showed why and showed how as this game wore on.
Terrell's offense heads off to the field as they don't have to snap it for the 2-minute timeout, and we will take it with them. The Tigers are 2 minutes away from moving on, and the Huntsville Hornets are 2 minutes away from their season coming to an end. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Life's journey is filled with love and memories and shared moments. When that journey ends, the path forward can feel overwhelming. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville understands, and we're here to help. We're more than just a funeral home. We're your friends and neighbors right by your side through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you honor your loved one's unique story with care and dignity. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
The hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
Whistle blows as we begin the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Direct snap to Brian White Jr. He is stuffed up in Huntsville territory at the 48-yard line, and there is a Hornet that is slow to get up on the play. It was Brent Carroll that was slow to get up, and Mavis will take his final timeout of the season. University Heights Baptist Church timeout. We'll be back after this.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
Welcome back. Folks, if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe today to the KSAM YouTube channel. Of course, Huntsville Hornet sports are not done yet. You got boys and girls basketball, of course, starting up. But once again, if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe today to the KSAM YouTube channel and download the KSAM mobile app as well if you haven't. Hall out of the timeout, hands off to Brian White Jr. once again running right side, and he has enough for another first down as he gets across the Hornet 44-yard line. 1:41 left to go as the clock stops, of course, due to it being a first down. But all Terrell has to do right now, Nick, is take a couple knees, and they'll be moving on.
Yeah, they're moving on to the next round. South Oak Cliff going to end a season for Huntsville up and down as you described it, but I mean, ripped off, 5 wins in a row to propel themselves into the playoffs. Capped off with a win last week, upsetting the higher seed on the road at their place. That's something to be proud of, and you put up a fight against an undefeated 11-0 team early on in this one. Just kind of got away from you. They showed their physicality. That pulled them away in the game. And again, first year under Coach Mavis.
Yep.
Nothing to hang your head about. It's a good building block year, a good year for this Huntsville Hornets squad.
Hall took a knee, by the way. The clock winding down. 40 seconds left to go. They just have to take one more knee. Hall under center from the Huntsville 46-yard line. Takes the snap, takes the knee, and that'll do it. The Huntsville Hornets season comes to an end in the area round as they lose to the Terrell Tigers. The Terrell Tigers, 41-14 in McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. Terrell will now move on to the area round to face South Oak Cliff, and the Hornets will go back home to Huntsville for the rest of the season. It's an unfortunate ending. They put up a good fight in the first half, but once the teams came out of the locker room, it was all but Terrell the rest of the way, thanks to an abundance of turnovers that were forced by the Tiger defense. When we return, me and Nick Savage will break things down, what happened in this game in the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game show. That comes your way next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. The final 41-14 Tigers over the Hornets.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas. Having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Life's journey is filled with love and memories and shared moments. When that journey ends, the path forward can feel overwhelming. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville understands, and we're here to help. We're more than just a funeral home. We're your friends and neighbors right by your side through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you honor your loved one's unique story with care and dignity. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The first cold front is here, and although it's not cool enough for you to need your heater, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get your heater ready for winter. Call 936-295-9173 today and set up your planned maintenance heater inspection. And while the technician is there, ask about our UV lights for better indoor air quality or upgrading to a programmable thermostat to help with utility savings. Heater checks, air quality, and utility savings. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 26079C.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The future of home comfort is here. The Carrier Infinity System delivers premium home heating and cooling with low energy costs. Call 936-295-9173 today and ask me what you can do to better your home comfort and take advantage of lower utility bills. Carrier, turn to the experts. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number TACLA 26079C. Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. 936-295-9173. Looking for that fresh fade or clean cut that turns heads? Come to Versatile Hair Studio 2, Huntsville's premier barbershop for men and women. Our professional barbers take the time to know your style, so you always leave looking and feeling your best. They specialize in fades, hot towel razor shaves with a steamer, shear work, neck shaves, eyebrow trims, black masks, and edge-ups. Everything you need to stay sharp. Next Grand Buffet, call 936-439-4064. Versatile Hair Studio 2, where your look gets the attention it deserves.
Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Postgame Show. Sponsored by AB Squared Self-Storage. With the game recap, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
We welcome you to the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Colin Neal, Nick Savage filling in for Carlos Zimmermann and Brian Adams, who are up in Tennessee for Sam Houston Bearcats. Nick, just recapping the second half here, 41-14 rather, final score, Tigers and Hornets. Just a pretty close game in the first half. It looked like 21-14 Terrell going into the locker rooms, and they outscored the Hornets 20-0.
Yeah, the Terrell defense came to play in the second half. They showed up big time, really stifled anything Zay Adolph, Trayshawn Brown, anything those guys tried to do. Didn't have much of an answer, but on the other side, the Terrell offense came out of the locker room ready to play as well, and they didn't waste any time. Scored on their first play to extend the lead out to 2 scores, and they never looked back after that. I mean, it was another big run, 71 yards on their next possession, and then eventually stuck the dagger in the fourth quarter and made it 41-14, which ended up being the final. But you got to tip your cap to Terrell, man. They are legit. They are 12-0 going to face South Oak Cliff, so that's going to be a tough test for them. But again, Huntsville, really impressive first half. Again, kind of ended it in a poor way, and maybe that kind of had some lingering effects heading into the second half, and that's kind of what bit him in the rear end. But again, Trayshawn Brown did everything he could to make something happen. Zay Adolph, the receivers were fighting. Offensive linemen never gave up. Defense trying their best to handle a really, really tough Tigers offense, the wing T, right? You got 5 different ball carriers on every play. Could be any of them. So, again, just tough way to end the season, but again, really good building block for the Huntsville football program.
Yeah, and we, of course, good luck to Terrell the rest of the way. They'll be facing off against South Oak Cliff, who knocked them out of the playoffs last year, so it'll be a rematch for them. I'll probably be tuning in to see what happens with that. I'm kind of intrigued with how that game could go. It could be quite interesting, but of course, focus on the Huntsville Hornets. Head coach Todd Mavis in his first season, he's inheriting quite a lot of experienced players and a lot of good amount of seniors. You got what you wanted in the first half, but you just felt like you could be in a better position to me, and you can disagree on me with this if you want, but I feel like you might agree with me. It was that fumble at the end of the first half that turned to 7 that I think just completely flipped the script.
Yeah, I completely agree. Again, you went into the locker room not in a horrible spot. You're only down by 7, but you go into the locker room kicking yourself like, dang, man, we could have done something with that possession. We could have double dipped, ended the first half with a touchdown, came out of the locker room with a chance to go up 2 scores. They could have been in that spot, but it was Terrell who capitalized, forced a fumble. They forced 4 of them today, recovered 3 of them, I believe scored on 2 of those possessions. So that's kind of your story right there. Huntsville turning the ball over one too many times, and I agree with you completely. If they finish off that second quarter a little differently, you'd think maybe it's a game going into the fourth quarter.
3 touchdown passes for Zay Adolph, but I think the main issue for when it came to him was that he kept on coughing up the football. A lot of the fumbles that happened were due to pressure, the tackles that Terrell was making, very much a swarm mentality. It's not just the fact that you're attacking the ball carrier, you're also attacking where the football is. And, you know, Terrell had a game plan, and, you know, Adolph is just a sophomore, though. He's still got 2 more years of high school ball, and I definitely see him going up into the next level without a doubt. He's such an exciting player. He's still got a lot to learn, though. I'm pretty intrigued to see what junior year Zay Adolph is going to be like.
Absolutely. I mean, he played the game with a UTEP hand towel. He didn't buy that. He got that somehow. I wonder how. But yeah, he's going to have a lot of.
Is that a recruiting violation, by the way, or is there such thing as recruiting violations?
Not at all. No, not anymore. But I mean, he again played with that hand towel. He's going to be a highly touted prospect, especially when his recruitment picks up next year, right? It starts to pick up in your junior and senior year. But I mean, with the turnovers tonight, you talked about the pressure that Terrell created for him, and it's again young quarterback. I feel like he handled it decently well. He just again probably a little careless with the football sometimes, and again coughed it up. I think one of those fumbles was kind of just a freak thing because defender fell down, stood up, his helmet hit the ball, and it popped out of his hand. So it's like, you know, what are you going to do there? But, you know, prevent some of those turnovers. You're definitely in a different ball game. But, again, we talked about it before clock's at 0. Zay Adolph's going to be the star player that everyone talks about going into every single game next year.
2 touchdown passes, by the way. I said 3. I keep thinking back to that C.J. Rogers touchdown pass that was
could have had 3, yeah.
There was just a couple of other plays that Huntsville had explosive plays, but it was just negated by penalties. A couple of them pre-snap and just some holding penalties that maybe you just didn't really have to do anything. Really, you just let the play happen, and then you live to play the next down. Trayshawn Brown and Marcus Lewis on the receiving end on those 2 touchdown passes from Zay Adolph. Brown had a decent, good night on the ground. And, 41-14 final, Tigers over the Hornets. When we come back, we will give our player of the game coming up next, the Wiesner of Huntsville player of the game. We'll be back after this.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
Welcome back on the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game show. Wrap-up, Colin Neal, Nick Savage, and let's gonna go ahead and give our Wiesner of Huntsville player of the game. I feel like you have to give it to Trayshawn Brown.
Yeah, absolutely. Trayshawn Brown, the senior running back, came into tonight. You know, a possibility of playing his last game as a Huntsville Hornet and leaving it all on the field, man. He was gashing some runs early in the game. really carried it into the second half as well. Again, we don't have a stat line exactly, but caught a long touchdown as well. So a TD in his final game as a Hornet. I would be willing to bet rushed over or near 100 yards. Really, the stat I wish I knew, the average yards per carry, because he was running them off on a pretty big clip there throughout this one.
I kind of wonder the other kind of yak, the yards after contact, because Terrell just seemed like they just needed a whole village to try to take him down at a lot of points in this ball game. Trayshawn Brown, your Wiesner of Huntsville, player of the game. We got to get out of here, so we'll be right back after this. We'll wrap things up and look ahead towards this offseason just a little bit, and a lot of interesting things to really look out for when the offseason that starts right now for the Huntsville Hornets. We'll be back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Welcome back to the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up. Nick, any final thoughts before we get on out of here to our respective areas of where our domiciles are?
Yeah, I think Huntsville people hope they never hear me on a broadcast again, because it's 2 years in a row I've filled in for Carlos, and I've unfortunately I've seen him get eliminated twice. But again, I know I'm just tongue-in-cheek there. No, again, Zay Adolph is the key piece coming back next year. It's going to be really fun to watch him, and again, a lot of young talent to build on for this Huntsville Hornets squad. Coach Mavis, another year, under his watch. You got to instill culture. Usually they say, like football, instilling your culture on your team, it takes a few seasons. So a full summer of that, a full fall camp for that for his guys, and they'll really start to take his identity next year. And I can't wait to see what that will be. And again, a lot to look forward to, and congrats to Terrell, of course. They are a good football team, and it's going to be a fun game to watch next week against South Oak Cliff.
And I've heard some rumblings. The Huntsville Hornets, they seem to have a nice, decent pipeline, all the way to middle school. So they can probably start bringing them some more players. They'll have some new faces next year, but they'll bring back some experience. Like you said, Adolph. You also have Landon Fisher coming back. Grant Benner, an outside linebacker that unfortunately didn't play tonight, who was a big key to that late season surge for the Huntsville Hornets. He's going to be coming back. Wesley Heineman. You got plenty of other guys really that you're going to keep your eye on if you're a Hornet fan that are coming back next year. KJ Betts coming back next year. Miles Phelps. I'm sure they're going to probably look at him as being the replacement for Jarius Singletary, who's graduating. This is, of course, his final season as well. But, I have really nothing else more to say except thank you to all of the sponsors that have sponsored this season of Huntsville Hornet football. Thank you, of course, to Huntsville ISD Athletics. Thank you, saying it on behalf of Carlos Zimmermann and the KSAM crew. Thank you, Carlos, as well, if you're still listening, for letting me call a few games.
Yeah, thanks, Carlos.
Yeah, that didn't sound very genuine.
No, I'm just trying to be quick. Of course it is. Great. Now Carlos is going to be mad at me, so I'm going to have to text him because of you. I'm just kidding.
Of course, Nick, thank you for jumping in as well. First time meeting you, first time calling a game. I had a heck of a time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, for all of us at KSAM, I'm Colin Neal. Justin Hardcastle producing. Michael Cedillo back at the KSAM studios on the board operation station, saying so long for now, where the final score is the Terrell Tigers, I keep saying that. Terrell Tigers 41, Huntsville Hornets 14. This audio-only broadcast of Huntsville Hornet football is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville ISD Athletics is strictly prohibited. Once again, Michael Sadale back at the studio. Justin Hardcastle, the on-site producer. Nick Savage, color commentary this evening. I'm Colin Neal saying so long for now from McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears. If you didn't make the trip out here to Waco, please get back home safe and sound. And as always, my friends, sting 'em Hornets. Have a great rest of your week and have a great weekend.
This has been the AB Squared Self-Storage Hornets High School Football Postgame Show on KSAM.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner